Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on where you are in the world. I hope you're doing absolutely fantastic. Tip one going live, what can only be described as a Saturday morning, baby. It is a Saturday morning. I am going to start off as I mean to carry on. I'm going to wish you guys cheers and good health. Cheers and good health. Let me just check where I'm streaming to. That's going to be the first thing. Let's see where this thinks I am streaming to. Yes, it does think I'm streaming to where it needs to be, so that is bargain, bargain, bargain. I just need to make sure that we are, in theory, streaming to that. Because I just did a 5-minute one, and, you know, I suck. It can come through, which is fine. Let me go over to there, back to Twitch itself. Just want to make sure that I'm streaming the game. For some unknown reason, it went to just chatting, which drove me nuts. Video 1 minute ago. We can delete that one. I don't like that one. All right, let's carry on as we mean to carry on. It doesn't matter. If it appears in there, that's fantastic. If it doesn't, it doesn't. I'm going to close that side of the world down. If not, I will just see where it goes from there. So big shout out to the dev, Harmon. Sir, thank you so much for the communication going forwards and backwards. It genuinely has been a pleasure to speak to you and provide you with feedback, which you saw. And what I loved was the fact that you provided me with feedback as well. I genuinely appreciate that. Thank you, Chef's Kiss. It's very, very rare that a dev reaches out to me. My channel's just too small, to be fair. And they see zero interest in that, that's fine. You know, it's a business for them, and I'm not basically going to generate a massive amount of revenue on the viewers that I have. I understand it. But thank you for that. The feedback was very, very well received. Firth, again, thank you so much for providing the feedback. I also provided your feedback over to Harmon, who made some changes and adjustments to around the ladder at the bottom, which was a frustration for both of us, where I guess it was interpreting the fact that we're on the ladder when we're walking by. That has been adjusted, so we'll test that in a minute. Again, this is a two-way thing. You know, I show warts and all in a nice way. We don't use abusive language. We don't rant rave. This is a family-friendly channel, and the version has been updated. We are on the demo build 2026 0624B. So updates have happened. The changes also that have happened are the leaks that were a little bit of a frustration for us on the fact that we'd fix a leak and the leak would reappear instantly or within a very short period of time. That has also hopefully been adjusted, and we'll see where we go from there. There are other feedbacks on the bolts downstairs, the head bolts or whatever one you call them. Those are twisted and adjusted. I think those are off now on default. We're going to leave them back on. Okay, I might want to throw a spanner at the darn thing, but that's part of the game. If I'm running the steam engine with 100% inlet valve, I'm going to pop the bolt heads. If they're popping at like 30 to 40 when everything should be nice and calm, I shouldn't be hearing the tink, 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 tink. I should just be, you know, they should just unscrew over a period of time, and over a period of time I go down and tighten them back up. General maintenance on an old steam. Let's crank on and see. We're absolutely going to start a new game. Yes, we are. Starting a new game while they raise the existing one. We're absolutely going to do that because we want to have the new settings, new ins, the new outs. Let's have a look. I'm going to do game options, reservoir. I'm going to leave everything on apart from water bolts. We're going to tick that back on. We're going to take off the telephone calls because that's going to drive me insane. So the verbose telephone calls are somebody will just phone you up and give you a joke. If you're downstairs tightening the bolts, and somebody then, you know, you have to run back upstairs and answer a phone call. Aggressive reputation loss we will leave off as well. So let's just go through it. Actually, reputation loss, no, we're not going to have that. Lower contract payouts, model cylinder wear. Is that on actually? No, okay, so we can't have, those are not on, I think. Basement flooding, of course, we're going to have on. Power grid outages. We don't use the power grid, actually, or very little. And purely the reason why is I'm tight on money. I think there potentially could be a rebalance on pennies. I don't feel like I was getting enough pennies, but that's my feedback. You know, that is as it is. That's anything to do with money or an economy. Any adjustment is absolutely a fine adjustment, and that would be then you don't adjust an entire economy based on one person's feedback. There needs to be an accumulative amount of feedback before any slight tweaks or adjustments are made to any form of economy in a game. So I understand that. We've turned that off. Residential reservoir leaks, municipal and industrial. We're not going to have leaks. We're going to basically mimic what we've just had before. Water pump bolt sudden loosing beta. Again, this is a closed, or well, this is a beta test, if you like. This is the demo, but he's also putting other ideas into the beta. The idea is the beta idea. And without that, well, let's just crank it, baby. We're going to resume. We're going to crank it. I am going to take the extra $1, though, when it gives me the option for the demo here. So we are not going to have the aggressive rep loss. We are going to increase to 1,000 because I'm tight. Let's have a look. Oh, okay, so this is just basically escape. Reservoir leaks we're having on. Water pump bolts on beta. Oh, that's ticked. Now, has it picked, Herman? Can you check? Has it picked that tick up from the fact that I ticked it early? Because I know it was going to be off at one point. Basement flooding we're going to have on. Verbose telephone calls we've turned off. So yeah, it must be picking this up as it's done. So that's fine, that's fine, that's fine. Increased funds we're going to have 1,000 because, like I said, I'm tight. Welcome to the game. We've got to run it for 14 weeks. Start the tutorial. I am not going to start the tutorial. I need to move this in a minute because I really want to see what my sound levels are. That's better. I want to see what my sound levels are compared to the game. Let me just close this door because you guys are just going to hear a door rattling because it's open. If you don't know, here in the UK, we are having a massive heat wave, hence this stream at 7 o'clock in the morning because at 38 degrees, trust me when I say, oh, no, I'm not streaming at 38 degrees. This chair's nasty. I might just start one of those GoFundMe things and get myself a new chair. Would you like to start the tutorial guide? Do you know what I'm going to say? I'm going to say no to this. I strongly suggest that you do it. You should soon receive a contract. I strongly suggest that you do it because it is a fantastic tutorial. And just to prove that it's a fantastic tutorial, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go in here and start this thing up absolutely flawlessly based on memory from last week. And I'm not going to do it in the right order because I don't do it in the right order. I'm going to do it the way I want to do it. So, no. Cheers and good health, you beautiful people. I'll talk through what I'm doing. As I said, don't follow me for the tutorial. There is a perfectly beautiful tutorial to follow. Follow that. Simple as that. So I'm gonna oil up first, just because I can, the main bearing. There's 2 of these downstairs. There is also some upstairs. I can't remember how many. Like I said, I haven't played this in a week, and I'm running purely from memory here. There has been additional items as well to this, so I need to be mindful of that. Beautiful, beautiful. That's done. Right, test number 1. Here we go. So we would be operating this. This is what basically the regulator of the engine that says how well it pumps. We always would turn around and run through here, and it would slow here because it would think we were on the stairs. Oh, happy face or wind, picky potato. That is sweet. So the question is how far up the ladder do you get now before it slows you down? There. Okay, I like that. I like that very much. Tick. Thank you, sir. Appreciate that. That is going to drive me insane. Why are you doing that? Let's do that. Let's do that. My chat on my left-hand side of my screen is, yeah, bizarre. Right, let's do, that is fine. That is all going up. That is going up very nicely. And beautiful, beautiful. While we're up here, there is, what is that? That's the HP cylinder gear valve adjuster. We're going to leave that. This is the jacket valve. We're going to open this to about 40%. Again, I'm doing this in no particular order from what the tutorial suggests. But I will talk you through what it's supposed to do and why it does it. There is another one here. Is that the... Yeah, that's the jacket. Okay. So in theory, what that is exactly that. It is the jacket for the cylinder. That is this big round thing here. If we touch this, you can see it's cold. Oh, that's new. It gives you a temperature. Oh, Herman's been making updates. That's new. So the steam generated from the boiler downstairs, like I said, I'm no expert, but that then feeds round through the said jacket, warms up the engine for use. So don't start the thing cold, is what I'm trying to say. That's the 4 lubricating oils done. This oil container here never runs out. I like it. It's my mythical unicorn of oil. It never runs out. I normally just stick that down here. Done so. Now, when you run upstairs, there's another oil point upstairs, which is this one here. This is... Now, the one thing I've figured out here is the oil level here says 53%. Absolutely fine. I'm really struggling to see my sound settings here. One sec. There we go. I just want to see... That's going to annoy me on the chat, but it is as it is. I just want to see my sound levels for when I start this up to make sure that my sound is higher than the steam engine, because, trust me when I say, it gets a bit of a loud old girl. So the oil level at 53%, I was keeping this topped up. Rightly or wrongly, call it what you like, you have a little can of oil over here, and I was filling that up about 50% where it is, so I would take one of those, I would take it up there, and I would put it in, it'd take me up to about 93%. When I was streaming, we let it go down to about 30%, and I put it back up, and it went to about 93%. So, needless to say, I am now letting it run out. This is the main boiler itself. I call it the heart of the operation, if you like. That's new. Fire damper. So yes, I have seen this. Oh, okay. So, where is... So is that off or on? Oh, it goes all the way around there. Dang. Okay, I like that. From my perspective, I guess, yeah, I would like to understand what's off and what's on. Let's put it back to where it was. Around the boiler, it said front of boiler. Actually, let me show you the back of the boiler first, where it goes. Some people were asking where the boiler brush was. There's the boiler brush. So what happens at some point during the game, this thing will become a steaming pile of mess. You pick up said brush. You clean out said boiler. That's it. This isn't a fast process, by the way. So you can see now that the smoke has stopped. So as far as I'm concerned, she is a beautiful girl. She's good to go. You can only do that when the steam engine is, or the steam is reduced, if you like, or the pressure, or the, what am I trying to say? The thermostat is down. So when that is 0 or low, that's the only point where you can do that. You can't do it with a raging, front box. Just heard the phone. You can also see there is an indicator for the phone. If you look in the top right hand corner, you can see like a little phone symbol there. That was close but all fixed. Municipal reservoir is back online, so we've had a leak while I was talking. Dang it. I'll go through those in a minute, actually. But let's start to get some water in the actual boiler itself. So the boiler is on 50% water level. To adjust that, you just come down to here and you start opening this up. So I'm going to open this up to about 15%. Again, how you do it is entirely up to you. If we look up here now, you can see the percentages going up. Bish, bash, and a bosh. Let's grab the trusty shovel. Actually, let me have a look to see if this has been checked. Because I know Hammer said there's been an update on here. Yeah, there we go. So the coal hopper has been done. Any changes to here? I fell through the boiler last week, so let's just make sure that we can do what we need to do. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Beautiful. I like it. No falling through. Safety valve, I've set to 180 psi by default. It is as it is. Don't touch it. Don't play with it unless you know what you're doing. I don't, so I don't leave it. I leave it. You can adjust it. You can change it. Right, shovel. E and E. It's as simple as that. Find yourself a little happy place, and you can then basically just load up this bad boy particularly quickly. And when I mean to say that you will figure this out very quickly, you will figure out very quickly that you will be loading this bad boy. That animation has changed on the coal, I think, there. Pretty sure it has. There you go. Drop that on the floor. Bosh. Come over here and grab said ladder. Lighter. Ladder. It's early. That's all I'm saying. It's early. I've just dropped it on the floor. Beautiful. Follow the instructions where it says E to light the fire. Oh, that's new. Fire is lit. Close the said door. You can be a hero if you want to, and you can put the lighter back. You don't get any extra brownie points for it. And phone's ringing. I put it back to perfection. Here we go, the municipal contract offer. Oh, that's new. That's new. I'm sure that's new. Municipal contract offer. Fire brigade reservoir refill. Demand is 43,000 gallons. Reward 168. Demand, well, deadline is 2 days. Dang it. Okay, we need to get this thing up and running and, yeah, start pumping pretty quick. Okay, we can see here that we've got steam starting to produce or come out now. I like it. Approved. In fact, wow, that is our... Oh, that's new. So hang on then. So hang on, let's just do that. Let's see what that does. I'm going to take that to about half. Bosh, don't know how that's going to work. Steam pressure is hopefully building soon. Oh, our water level's at 100%. Okay, that's on us. Let's take that away. First things first. We are producing steam. Hopefully that's going to go up. Beautiful, beautiful. Excuse me. While we're producing steam, which of course we are now, we're going to take wrench number 1. Steam needs to build up. We're going to come down here, we're going to tighten some bolts. That's right, I said it, I'm a hero. I'm going to come down here, and we're not going to tighten any bolts. Lied. We're going to pump some water. This happens from time to time. You come over to here, the old bilge pump. Let's try and find it where you can see it. And press E. There you see, it will go down bit by bit. Pump your life away. Oh, yeah. Oh, the phone's ringing. That could jog. Do you know what? The phone can jog off. And I'll tell you why the phone can jog off. The phone can jog off because we're already on the reservoir. We've got an active contract, which is going to pay us 168 money. Dollars, call it what you like. I'll take that slice of cake. So to me, that phone call is one that I can absolutely miss. It's not going to be of any benefit for me at all at the moment. I want to get this thing up and running. It might just be somebody telling me that it's a nice and quiet day. Perfect. I can still see the water is going down, so I'm just going to keep pumping while it's going down. Let it do its thing. Steve's building up upstairs anyway, so I wouldn't be doing anything else. May as well. Don't get me wrong, you don't have to get it dry. You just don't. But that's it. In a nutshell, you don't have to get it dry. You can do if you want to. I'm going to say that's enough, because I'm like that. I'm going to come over to here, carry on with my general maintenance. Over to here to tighten the bolts. You press E, and eventually what you'll hear is you hear him just grunt like it. And and that is good enough for me. I am also mindful of the fact that the game sound, if anybody's in chat, just let me know sound levels are okay. Because when we start this thing up, I want to be speaking normal because obviously it's pretty early in the morning, but at the same time I want you guys to be able to hear me, and yeah, bosh, happy days. That's looking good. Well, that one needs a cheeky tighten. Perfect. Beautiful. Happy days. Right, we're good on that. I always dump that there. You dump yours wherever you want to dump yours. For people that are struggling with, oh, cheeky leak up. I like that. What will happen eventually for people that are playing the game, and I think I've seen it in the Steam forums, the boiler will run out of water. Here's your issue. This cheeky little pump here is your issue. You can see that we obviously got a leak on it, so we're going to need to fix that. But we can fix that in our time. Actually, we may as well do it now. While that's doing that though, let's have a look at, are we building up pressure? 64 pressure is building. That seems to be building slower than it used to, that's for sure. I like it. I've just dropped that on the floor again. I have, so hopefully we can come over here now and we can just top this up. Again, this will be one of those things. I'm hoping this fills up pretty quickly at the moment. There we go. Because we do have it dampened, don't we? So we have dampened it a little bit. Our firebox is 800 degrees, which is perfect. That's exactly where we want to be, and hopefully that's building up pressure. Let's just check that. We're at 80 on that, so here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to open this. I'm going to open this to about 4%. 4% was roughly where my happy medium was. Oh, there we go. Now steam's building. Woo-wee. Yeah, that's I'm fine with that. Right, let's go and grab this bad boy. Splash. And a bosh. Oh, jog off phone. No. We're going to be tight. We're going to do this our way, because that phone last time was the pain in my life, and it's not having me. It's not winning this time. No. Right, let's do this. Got it. Perfect. Beautiful. Loving your work. Hopefully you don't get sacked for not answering the phone, or there's no punishment for not answering the phone. Okay. If you look on the reservoir there, it says leaking. It'll be them telling me that it's leaking. I'm fine. I'm fine with that. Don, how you doing, dude? Good morning to you. Hope you're well. You sound okay, Don? Everything okay your side of the world? Right, that should be good, he says. He says. But let's double check this side. Fire is looking good. Pressure is building or dropping. Can't quite decide. Do you know what? Let's open this. Let's open this first. Let's get this bad boy roaring before. Yeah, let's get this thing up to 10. Hopefully, if we come up here now, we are hot at 156. I like it, and warm at 70. So that one is warm at 71. I'm okay with that, you know. I think that genuinely will do. Let's close this off, because this one's hot anyway. In theory, that sends more steam over to this bad boy. 76. There we go. Coming up to speed nicely. We'll give this another 30 seconds or so. Let's see if it gets hot at 80. Nope, dang it. 81. While that's doing that, I'm going to set these bad boys to where's my percentage marker gone? Because I set these to 50-50. Where is my percentage marker gone? Usually? Am I on dials? HUI team. Reservoir HUD overlay, show active control HUD overlay. No, that's fine. That's fine. Basement floods we have. Where is... Ooh, where is that? Unless I have to have it closed first. Ooh. Let's have a look. What are you up to? 92 and warm. I'm going to close that off. Where are you, sir? See where it says valve open amount there? Why am I missing that on? Right, that is done. So that is now closed. So let's give this one some beans. Oh. Hint, higher settings increase the engine, but I am not seeing that. Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm not seeing that at all. Oh. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I'm going to open them 10 each. I don't know what that's going to do. Couldn't tell you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That is very likely probably me. I get it. That is closed. That is closed. Let's have a look. Let's have a look. Pressure is 180. I like it. That is also looking good. So in theory, we are good to go. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to take a little shovel. I'm going to refill that, and then we're going to put the dampener on. So 1. Yeah, let's refill the box. I don't think I've changed the setting. I've got everything else put in there. Right, let's do that. Let's close the box there. Let's set that to about there. Let's set it to half, actually. Let's set it to half. Hopefully that doesn't choke it up. And then, we're not pumping water at the moment, he says. We're going to go outside. We're going to be good. We're going to set these bad boys down here to 68. And then we're going to fire it. Yeah, you see, we've got a percentage there, but not upstairs. Ooh. I wonder if we've lost something there. Possibly. We've put 10 on each side anyway, so we know we're equal. We know we're equal. We know we're equal. We're going to put this to 68. 68. At 70 is the maximum that it suggests to have on other items. Industrial is now leaking. That sucks. So industrial needs to be pumped to faster than the residential. The reason why is, if you look at the residential, in the top right hand corner, if you look at the residential, municipal and industrial, it's 50, 75 and 100. If your pressures drop below that, then people start to get... Let's go with loss of services. So residential we're going to fill up first. Actually, let's give residential a sweet minute and try and keep that going. Providing, let's grab this phone. Yeah, that's fine. Oh, we're leaking on all three now. Come on now. Right, Shift and E. This should start the girl. In theory, we're pumping. Now I'm going to up this to 44. 44 was my magic number last time. Off the bolt already. God dang it. With the bolt already. God dang it. Reservoir is... Oh, the leak's fixed on reservoir. And we're pumping the reservoir, so that's good. Municipal, when we pump to that, we will also be pumping towards our mission, so I'm fine with that. There goes another bolt, dang it, and another bolt. We are losing pressure already, so let's Open that back up and see if the pressure stabilises. No. So we're going to shift and E and take this back down to 30. Water is fine. Boiler pressure is absolutely fine. Pressure is, we're still losing, so it's got to be the regulator upstairs here. So we're going to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And then we're going to come around the other side. 1, 2, 3. I don't know what, I think we just close it. You see, I don't know whether I'm closing it or opening it there. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Right, 20 on that bad thing. Clearly, we've got something wrong. We've got something going wrong here, haven't we? Right, let's see if this closes it, and then we open it. Either that or just open 100%. Because I think that's closing the valve there. Is it? I have no idea what that's doing. Dang it. Yeah, I have no idea what that's doing. And I have no idea where I'm at. Oh. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Oh, is that it there? Oh, hang on. Ah. Oh, it's there, look, it's a dial. That's on me. 50, 50. That is the LP cylinder. Where is the HP cylinder then? What am I missing here? Oh, there she is. There she is, look. And 50. Okay, we're back on. Gonna leave that, we're back on. We are, why are we not producing? Why are we not producing power? One power. Throw that in there, that's for sure. A little cheap bolt, love it. Glad we figured that out. Dun dun dun. Temperature's going back up, I like it. Pressure is going back up, I like that very much actually, thank you. We are fully open now, so let's do a cheeky, what does that do? So I'm just going to do a quick flip. That's back up, that's back up. We are already on that, so can we now go to back to 44? No, we only want 44. 44 in theory, that was my magic number before, I don't know. We're on 4% water, so we've got water coming in, everything's coming in, Let's go and fix some bolts downstairs, because, you know, we're going to need to do that quite a bit. F. And... oh, now the phone's in. Let's have a look. No, there's a leak on reservoir again. We are just leaking. We are. Okay. Let's have a look. 3 leaks, and that's an amber as well. That sucks. Oh no, there's the municipal stopped leaking though, so we'll take that. We'll take that. We need to switch to industrial. Right, hopefully that's that one done. And stop leaking. I guess I want to know, the question for me is, if it's leaking, and I'm pumping into it, which is obviously I'm pumping against the leak, which is fine, but if I stop pumping, does the leak fix it? Here's what we're going to do. We're going to switch this thing down. We're going to shut it down, shift and Q to close the valve, and then we are going to switch over to industrial. And the reason why we're going to switch over to industrial is because when it gets to 100, we'll start to lose rep. So we're going to go to E. We need to call the gatehouse. It gives me a busy tone. Beautiful, beautiful. I'm hoping you guys can hear the in-game sound. Does it come through okay from that perspective? What I need to click is the industrial, and then just hang up. And what that will do is inform the gatehouse that I want to obviously pump to industrial. You come over to here, and you'll see here that this has an output. Let me zoom in for you. There you go. That needle will then start to move because we've instructed the gatehouse to switch it on over to industrial, bish bash, and a bosh. You'll get a confirmation from that, as in the top right corner, a little arrow will appear over the industrial once the alignment has completed. Just like that, I can then press Shift and E. This starts the pump back up, if you like, to it started. Let it go up to 30%. I can hear the phone ringing, so we'll go and have a chat to this. This bash and a bosh. Come over to here. All fixed leaks. All the leaks are fixed on industrial. That is perfect timing because we are now pumping back into industrial, so that is beautiful. And then of course we absolutely want to take this back up to 44 because we want to be pumping water straight into there where we can. We'll come back over here. Pressure is looking good. Thermostat on temperature is also looking good, and the boiler water is at 81.5. I am just going to move that to 6 just to bring a little bit more water in. We also shouldn't be burning too much on the old fire, but out of habit, as we do. Ooh. Oh, is that a book? That might be a book. It doesn't let me open the door. It doesn't let me open the door then, and I won't push it through the top of the tree. Hopefully that lets me do that, and that. There we go. Is that using any more coal? Good question, well presented. Let's try and find the happy medium of that then. So we'll close that another 2. So what's that, about half? We are bringing in more as well. Just to balance itself out, since it's a calculation thing, and then hopefully it's a bigger thing. I would really like a way. You know what, I've got a suggestion here. I don't know if you've got your ears on, but I'm going to write it down here. Here, glass window, sir, like this. I don't know whether this is an asset or whether it's not an asset. Is there any way to see that? Because every time I want to go and check this down thing to see how much coal's in it, I can't see the top of it. Oh, actually, can I? It depends on where you check. So you have to look. Do we want to do that, or am I lazy and just want to glass? Answers on a postcard, if you please. So it looks like we are 179. Ooh, is that good? Everything is good there, so we are looking good. We are absolutely pumping like a boss into industrial. Chef's kiss. Let's tap the glass on that, make sure we are okay. Yeah, we are. We're all good. Onto the water. So the water supply, let me tell you what feeds the whole thing. Just because it's a point of a reference, and then you've got to understand what's going on. These are the inlet valves. You can open these up to 100%. You can, and you can pump some water through if you like. And obviously, 70% to open it to 100% will give you a lot more water going through. That will generate noise complaints, and up to you whether you want noise complaints. This here is the outside. Big label there, boiler supply water tank. This feeds your boiler. Now what's happening is people are running out of water because that tank runs empty, which is fine. to refill said tank or keep tank off, entirely up to you, is this little hand pump here. So all you do is you hand pump that, and bish bash and bosh, that's now refilling. I'll do that for a sec while I quick switch it up. That is beautiful, beautiful. Happy days. Water, it has been pumped. Oh, this is the number 2 wrench, so we can just come over here and hit E and tighten this up. Bolts do and will loosen over time. That is the game. That's part and parcel of the mechanism. So, to me, I like that very much. This though, we haven't had a bolt pop. That's so we had a couple of them pop right at the start, and I thought, here we go. Here we go. Oh, that is, yeah, look at that. I mean, all we're doing is tightening, not this is maintenance as far as I'm concerned. Oh, yeah, baby. Hell yeah. Yep. Approved. Tick. We'll go back up and check the firebox in a minute. Municipals now, look at that, industrials at 111. I am missing game sounds a little bit actually because, oh, it might be me, it might be from the telly. That might just be me. Yeah, okay. Firebox is 800 degrees, pressure is still 179, and that has been adjusted a tiny bit. Ooh, okay. Okay. Trying to find that medium. Oh yeah, that is better. Holy, that's better. Oh, industrial is no. Oh, look at that, clean. No longer any leaks. I like it. Yeti. Right, let's have a look. It is during the daytime. Another thing that I was told by Herman is ordering supplies. If you order supplies in the night time, you pay in the full dollar. You pay in the full dollar. So this is between 15 and 35. This is 20. I'm hanging up. I'm tight. We are paying the cheapest price. I ain't paying no expensive price. Maximus, where are we looking here? Steam delivery request, that is 50 to 100. Okay, we're definitely 50. We're going to grab a couple of those. So we'll grab, I reckon one a day. Yeah, we'll take 100. Right, so at least we know we're getting a little bit. How much was coal? Are we just being tight? Are we just being tight? How much was coal? 15 to 35 and it's 20. Okay, yeah, we're just being tight. Yeah, we're being tight. Right, let's place the order. 736. And we've got at least a couple of days worth of supplies. Perfect. Okay, it's time to do some general maintenance. Let's double check. We are running, everything is doing what it says on the tin. Industrial is topping up nicely, reservoir and municipal. I am now going to switch over to municipal. And the reason why is twofold. Let's shut it down first. Close. So shift and Q. Beautiful. Let's get it changed over to municipal. So I'm going to phone the gatehouse. Switch over to the municipal, please. Two reasons for the municipal from my perspective. One is it's like I said, 50, 75 and 100 sitting under the municipal. Okay. The municipal is at 83 and is fine. Water output valve is changing, you like it. But at the same time, I have a fibre grade reservoir refill for $168 where I need to pump. Oh it's changed there's no number on, oh, there is 2 days, 43,000 gallons is what we need to pump through municipal, which is our perfection. Come on, baby girl. Let's get that over to municipal. Perfect. Let's shift the key to open that up to 30. While that's opening up to 30, we can come back over here. Boiler pressure is 179. I like it. That's good. And we are 98 on water, so let's switch this back down to 4. We're up to 30 on there. Let's take that to 44. 44 is my happy medium. How you run your ship is how you run your ship. I'm not here to tell you how to run it. To me, is this optimal? Couldn't tell you. It's running for me. That is using that's cold. Without a shadow of a doubt. Right, let's go downstairs and fix the bolts that went in. And then we're going to go and run some oil in this thing. Alright, that's on me. Right, let's have a see which bolt went on. That one's starting to spray a little bit of water, so I'm going to give that a tighten while we're here. Why not? This is by far, far better than it was. Absolutely. Yeah. And we are actually under the 70, which is recommended. So, yeah. Ideally, I would really like to just run at 50. Once we start to get everything topped back up, look at the YouTube. I know I shouldn't say it. I know I shouldn't say it. It's like being on an emergency service and going, quiet shit. It's one of those. While we're down here, let's do some general maintenance on the supply. Okay, double check on the fibre grade reservoir refill. That is absolutely pumping. I like it. We are also filling up the municipal. Now there is one thing that I do want to point out, and to be fair, this is one of those times where I was corrected. So Herman, thank you so much for putting up with my intolerances, sir. This one was very much on me, because I thought it was a bug, and it isn't a bug. It is within the game, and it clearly states it, and I understood it, but I didn't put 2 and 2 together. There is here, fibre grade reservoir, gallons requested 43,490. Okay, that is the total. The deadline is in 2 days, the reputation points is +3, the funding reward is it's going to give me $168. Addendum, merit reward point, done. Addendum 2, daily gallon drain for the contract is 21,749. So, what happens is, over the 2 days, so divide that 43 by the 2 is giving you your daily limit. What happens is that once a day, it will take the 21,000. And that's what, so when I was looking at industrial and it was 115 or 160 or whatever, and then it dropped to 80, like, bang! I thought that was a bug. It's not a bug, it's because at that particular time, when I looked and I was like, ooh, they had taken the daily gallon drain limit. Done, and that's what it was. So we are, as far as I'm concerned, not necessarily beating this until we've done the 21,000. Once we've done the 21,000 for today, we're then working towards the next one for tomorrow. Hope that makes sense. But that really did kind of catch me out, because I thought, well, that was a big old dip, and that's why. So at some point, we will absolutely lose that 21 off the municipal, and that you need to be careful of, because if you take the 21,000 out of that, will that then drop it below the minimum that the municipal can be, and then all of a sudden you're going to get a reputation. That's just the way it is. So be very mindful of that when you play the game. We're now going to fill up the oils. As you can see, it's taken less than a day for the oil to drop. We are doing well, actually. I think we're doing kind of well. She is pumping nicely. Let's just drop that there. Are we on 40 or 44? So we are at 44, so this is what it says on the tin. Let's go and double check our pressures. 180. Thermostat's good. Boiler is good. Okay, well, while we're here, because, you know. Ah, okay, so if you're holding something in your hand, you can't open that. Ready? Morning, Daisy. Morning, my girl. Right. That's done. Run upstairs. This we need to check. 26. We're definitely going to need to keep an eye on that. And that's also an experiment for me, actually. I want to know at what point we can kind of run that down to where we can then have the top. If that makes sense. That is good. Let's come down to here. Oh, yeah. This definitely drops faster than it used to. Definitely. Pretty stuff. I like it. Pretty. So in theory that is maintenance done apart from the said steam cylinder lubrication. Oh, look, there's a little dial there, look. I like that. I wonder if there's is that a minimum level? Is that the minimum level there? See that there? So what are we at now? 25. I wonder if 20% is the minimum level. That's the question. Is 20% the minimum level? Don't know. Good question, well presented. We are pumping a fair bit of water actually. That is good. Let's go and check to see what the time is. And have a look. The time is, it's 5 o'clock, nearly 6 o'clock. So it's getting to the point where I'm going to go home for the 12-hour shift. Because at 6 o'clock is when the gatehouse closes. Okay? Our energy is average. I'm hoping, fingers crossed, that we can then, I'm going to go and check now actually where, there we go. Energy has just gone to tile. Perfect. Perfect, perfect, perfect. So how do we shut this down for the evening? Good question, well presented. Don't know. How much did we get here? We did, see, gallons pumped so far, look, 20,000, and we need 21. So this hasn't even pumped what it needs to pump for the day. That is. Okay, that's fine. Let's try, I'm going to be cheeky and try and leave this thing running. Right, let's try and leave it running. So let's top up the coal. Coal is topped up, and the reason why I'm being cheeky here is because in theory with full water, full this, full that, everything's good, that should just run in 12 hours time. When we come back, hopefully that's still running. I'm under attack by the curtain. Do you know what, I'll take any breeze in this heat at the moment. Yes sir. If you look at municipal, look, municipal's just gone down to 102. So we're going to sleep for 12 hours. That should take us till 6 o'clock in the morning, give or take. Which means the gatehouse won't be available. Everything is okay. Engine revolutions 441. Gallons pumped 644. Okay, so now we're going to run in and we're going to see what the state of the place is. Now bearing in mind we can't do anything at all. We can't do, okay, so it is still turning. We can't do anything at all until 6 o'clock. That is at 5, it's nearly 6 o'clock, which gives us hopefully enough time to get this thing back up and running for 6 o'clock. So I'm going to close the valve on that because I'm guessing the fire has gone out or something. Yeah, see the boiler pressure is really low. The firebox is really low. So I'm going to obviously feed this thing some juice because that's what it's going to be. It's just going to be a cold thing. Dun dun dun. There we go. We can see the temperature there is going back up. I'm going to leave that at half because I think that's doing me a solid. Boiler pressure is starting to go back up. I like it. We're going to run upstairs. We can check the cylinder. Cylinder there is hot. And cylinder there is still hot. So we are very much still good to go. We just need to build the steam pressure back up. I am very mindful. It is dark, so I'm going to see if I can fire up some lights for you guys. Give me a second on the old generator here. I am going to open this up. 30%, that hopefully good enough. Dang it. Might take a minute or two to get it going. Nope, let's give it some more juice then. That'll do. Yoink. No. Come on. You can do it. Oh. Okay, what have I got here? Right, do I need to turn it on? No, it's good. Regulator valve is open. Everything is open. Should be good. I wonder if I just need to pump it. Yeah, there we go. See how it's on there? Yeah, I like it. As soon as it's on there, I'm absolutely going to drop the consumption down. I don't want to be using too much. And that's what we're going to do. So now let me go back upstairs, flick some lights on for you guys. And here's the lights. So we're going to light up the light switch. And that's the engine lights. There we go. So that gives us some engine lights and some everything that we need to do. I'm fine with that. Boiler pressure is building back up slowly but surely. Thermostat and temperature is good at 800. Now we need to go up here and check this bad boy. This is down to 22. I'm going to top that back up. I think 22% for me is I've kind of reached that limit where I'm comfortable with it not doing anything else. Have we had a delivery? No, guess the delivery arrives at 6 o'clock. I'm fine with that. Yes. Let's go and refill this. So if this goes back up to 93, we have found an absolute winner chicken dinner. 96. Okay, bargain. We're getting more bang for our buck. I'll take that all day long. Thank you. Double check up here our cylinders are still doing what it says on the tin. 50-50. Ooh. Thank you. And 50-50. Yes, sir. I would love some food. Thank you, thank you. Boiler is nearly up to pressure. So if it's nearly up to pressure and we know we can run it at 30 on pressure, I'm going to be fine with that. 167, 168. Loving my work. Back up to 44. And the question is, did we get this done before 6 o'clock? Yeah, see, now we're pumping water. I don't know what the red light means though. What? I've got a red on my little house thing. What is that? What does that mean? Little red on my little house. Power available. That's fine. Oh, now it's gone off. When did it go off? Has it just gone 6 o'clock? Oh, was I making too much noise before 6? I wonder. So in here is your little cupboard. I'm on the generator, obviously. Perfect. There goes the bolt. It is 6 o'clock. Daylight is coming. So So we can turn our generator off. Oh, actually, let's do. I'll tell you what we'll do is we turn that off, basement on, because that's where we're going. We're going into the basement. And only pumping. Yeah, so we're very much still pumping the water. I like it. The reason why I put the lights on down here is, one, you can see. Two, I can tighten up the bolt while I'm down here. And then, there she is. We can tighten up the bolts while we're down here. And then I'm going to start looking at the municipal. Municipal, we only need 15,000 gallons, so we've already put an absolute chunk into that. But we're only at 75, you see. Oh, sorry, we're only at 80. And if they take out the 20,000, which they're going to at some point, that's going to drop us back below that number. I'm very mindful of that. Right, let's get all these tightened up for the day. Oh, we've got a leak on reservoir. Look, that's what the phone is. As soon as you hear the phone, I'm just having a logical check of that top right hand corner, just to see what it's doing. This is the biggie. Yeah, this is the biggie. I really want to know what's the percentage of loss on a loose pipe. You know what I mean? That's probably what I want to know. Right, I'm happy with that. Here's what we're going to do now. We're going to turn this thing off. We can just shift the cue, close it off. That should kill the lights. Let's have a look. There we go. The lights have gone off, so the generator is off. Like I said, I think we're at the point where it's daytime and we don't necessarily need the lights yet. Where is oil delivery G? Yeah. Deliver my oil. Let's run over here and just square away the firebox. Don't forget this old girl. This is what's keeping everything running. Don't like that. Attack at the set. Yeah, I don't like it. Come on. That's a lot. Actually, we've got a fair bit in there, actually. Felt like a fair bit. 100%. Let's drop that down to 100%. Yeah, the revs are fine. I'm okay with that. Everything, see what it says on the tin. That light there is just going to drive me insane, so let me see if I can do it. There. I'm happy for the breeze, but at the same time I need to be able to see just a little bit. We are leaking on residential. That is it drops below 50, 75 and 100. That's our problem. The municipal looks good at the moment, 75, but we are pumping against the reduction of the daily gallon limit. So everything we pump into the municipal at the moment, providing of course it doesn't leak, that would be the suffer part, because we're going to have 21,000 as a daily limit get taken out, which is what we're basically pumping as it stands at the moment. How are we looking on the oil? So we'll check the oil. Is it worth doing it now? Possibly as a catch-up. I'm happy with that. I'm also mindful that as in tomorrow morning, so day 3 morning, we're going to shut this thing down and hopefully then clean the firebox out and get everything done and dusted. So about 5 PM as it is, we'll shut it down. So we're going to pump as much water as we can, not above the 70. We could, I don't think it does anything not to, but I'm just playing the game as the game kind of instructs and guides you to play. So it does tell you that above 70 you'll start to get some reverb and thumping, which is fine. Reservoir leak at 58. At 55 I might change. Oh, they fixed the leak. Oh, that is just so good. Maintenance completed. Perfect. Let's go see if we can make it. Can we make it? Let's check our supplies, because obviously if we can get it at the cheapest, that is what we want. There we go, another ringtone there, perfect. How are we looking on sound, by the way? Is my sound okay over the boiler? What is that? That's 20? Nah. Nope, oil. just too tight at this point. 82. How's about no, sir? Yoink. Our ledger. This is the ledger. This tells you everything you need to know. So here's where I get the 50, 75, or 100. That is minimum, by the way. Just to fair warn you, that is the minimum. So yeah. Approved. We have very, very, very nearly completed the fire brigade contract. Very, very nearly completed the fire brigade contract. 1,270 gallons. Bear in mind that once that is completed, anything above that we now pump in is going to give the municipal its pressure, because that 20,000 gallons is going to be reduced or deducted from the reservoir. That's the whole point in the contract. We are fulfilling the water pump through the contract. But just because you're fulfilling that contract, you're not topping back up the reservoir. You're just meeting what's going to be taken, but not feeding the daily use of that. So be mindful of that. There we go. Active contract is now completed with 1 day 0 gallons per pump. I thank you very much. So now everything that we pump is topping back up municipal. So if we can get municipal to 100 before the reservoir goes to 55, we are potentially in a real cheeky nice spot. That is done. Contract is fulfilled. We is really good. Yeah. We're going to leave municipal. In fact, let's leave it on municipal as is. We will keep everything topped up, check everything is everything as it's supposed to. 89. Yeah, so that's good. We're going to go downstairs then. And, actually, before I go downstairs, let's do cheeky top up. It's running so well. Let's just, keep it running as is. Why would we want to change anything else? I do want to have a look at the coal rate to see if we can possibly get another coal in. Oh yeah, we can definitely get another coal bag in there. So we'll grab a coal bag. Down in she goes. Reservoir is down to 56, industrial is 96. Coal hopper, add coal is E, so you just press E and you'll get a slight weight. Whole bunker is now empty consumed, so let's try and get closest to it. There it goes full. Municipal up to 97. Come on, baby. We'll tighten some bolts. We'll do some maintenance while we're down here. In fact, what we'll do is two. This, by the way, is if you are on hardcore mode and you don't see the reservoir and municipals in the top left. Oh, sorry, the top right. What happens there is you switch over to that reservoir and then give it a cheeky tap, and that will give you roughly the pressure that you're on. So we're up to 99 and reservoir is at 56 on residential. Looking good, baby. Looking good. Let's go and do some general maintenance on some bolts, because these look like they could do with a shoot with it. Not much though. See if we can find that little. We found a sweet spot last week where we could do all more bolts. I like it. So, Oh, there's a leak on industrial. No, come on now. We were doing beautifully. Why? And that puts us under pressure now. That does put us under a bit of pressure because industrial, when it drops below 100, becomes problematic, and we might get a warning for that. No, that is such a shame. We were doing so well. In fact, look at municipal. Municipal's up to 101. That is so good. Residential dropped to 55 now though. Right, let's go make some changes because municipal is okay. That's gone to 102. That's fantastic. Municipal is okay. Residential industrial is going to be a problem. I am going to shut this down very quickly. I'm going to switch over to residential very fast. Yeah, we're going to go to residential very fast. And when I say very fast, nothing moves very fast in this game. Let's just check the glasses of the oil. Those are okay at the moment. That is going to change. What have we asked for? Residential. That's got to go right the way over. So while that is going right the way over, let's use that time to keep the sweet lady topped up with the old burning material. Combustible. James, beautiful, beautiful thing. Looking good. Where are we at, sir? You are. They need a pay rise. Crank it. Oh, okay. No, my bad. That is. Yeah, they crank it. Ooh, dang. Thank you for your efforts. Very much appreciated. We have a line over the residential. Get in. Spin, you crazy old girl. There she goes. 30, we are. Let's get back to 44 very quickly. Yep, there we go. We're now pumping on the residential. We need to keep a mind, a very much eye on the industrial. As soon as industrial gets to about 103, it's just dropped, we will need to switch over to compensate for that leak. Not a lot we can do about that. That is very much as it is. But as long as the residential can make just a couple of PSI, if we can get to 60 for instance, we would be very happy. Depends on how bad that, and it's a white leak. So the way it works is white, amber, or yellow if you like, and red. I haven't had a red, and I believe the leaks are based on the pressure that's in the pipe. Be mindful of that. You are moving a stinker, aren't you? Can I find a way to trap that? And sit like that. Probably not. Unless I can be heavy with it. I mean, it is as it is. It is as it is. There's not a lot I can do about it. Unless I go to 30. We'll just try to do that and maybe. We'll see. That leak is still at 105. Like I said, as soon as it gets to 103, we could be in trouble. Reservoir is 59. Get up there, old girl. Come on now. Woo! That would be nice. Anything above 60. Anything above 60. Or the leaking on industrial haze. That would be a big trouble. Hey Jay! Good morning, sir. How are you? Hope you are well. Absolute beautiful individual. It seems, sir, like it has been far too long. How's life? How's cats? How's work? How's everything? How's everything? Oh. Cheers. I am well. I am Yeah, I'm not bad at all. I am. Apart from being attacked by a curtain that is going to drive me insane. Let me just close this window a little bit. I want air coming in, that's for sure. Definitely want air coming in because it's so hot. Yeah, I'm good, sir. I am absolutely fantastic. The issues I was having to work over compensation package has I've been met. Let's just say I've been met. Nowhere near where the final finish line is supposed to be. But I've been met. And that has, yeah, it's helped out. It's made a massive difference from my perspective. Very much. So all the work and all the effort I've put in is finally starting to pay off just a touch. I thought I'd slow down just a little bit. Yeah, I'm pleased with that. We are at 63 on the reservoir. That is fantastic. I was not expecting that. Woo! I'm mindful of... Oh, Tink! Come on now. Crazy old bolt. Oh. Like I said, as soon as that leak gets to 103, we're going to have to change. We're going to have to switch the valve over. Unless, of course, it decides that it wants to play ball and the leak end, which would be amazing. Okay, let's come down here. Let's grab that. Find out which bolt went. There you go. That's where she went. You can see the water disc appearing out here. That's good to hear that all it's been paid off. Don't get me wrong, it was, I genuinely think it was going to be a fight to the P45. I was, yeah, I wasn't happy at all. You know, you put a lot of effort to get where you need to be, and it wasn't being acknowledged, especially if you do the education, your job changes, your role changes, everything changes using the new skill set and the certifications, and then your compensation package doesn't match that. Come on now. Oh, it just tinked at me, you absolute stinker, look. Oh! Referee, blow that whistle. You... Okay. Okay. But at the same time, it was, I was fighting it internally as in, you know, they have investing in people and, you know, better yourself and X, Y, and Z, and I was like, why? What for? Absolutely what for? I've done all of that. I've done all of that. I've met all of your requirements, and there is no fiscal reward at the end of it. Why would people want to spend 2 years of their life getting, you know, certified, qualified, learning new skill sets for the company to go, yeah, that's great, we'll use those, and then not pay you for it? No, there needs to be a compensation and adjustment on that, and it's not an individual being greedy, it's an individual being compensated very much for what it is that they were working towards. Okay, so how it works on here is we have just pumped to residential. We were happy if it was going to get to 69. We've just shut the girl down for a brief second. We need to switch over to industrial at 1. Oh, look at that. The industrial leak is just... Oh, that's fantastic. The industrial leak has just been fixed. So we're going to get to the gatehouse. No! And we're going to go to industrial. Oh, there's now a leak on residential that we've just pumped into. Oh. We have requested that the valve for the unit be switched over to industrial. In fact, we can just see the valve moving now. Perfect, perfect. And the reason why we want to switch over now again is because the residential, municipal, industrial, top right are res, mund and ind. From the left, residential's 50, municipal 75, industrial is 100. So you can see that we're close to that 100 now. And those are the minimum PSI for each reservoir. So we really need to start pumping into the industrial to bring this back up to something. Oh, KJ's in the channel. Hello, KJ. Right, we're pumping. Let's go and check over here, make sure we are happy. We have 62 in the glass. We are not happy about that at all. So we will flip that over to 6%, please. Fireboxes is good. That is good. I'm hoping we can just put some more into there, though. Put some coal in this old girl. This is just been wrecking before it gets hot. How did you cover the heat, KJ? Apart from melt. I'm doing industrials back up to 105. I'm okay with that. Waves and says hiding this. Yes, he's already ran off. He's already in the kitchen. Yeah, I'm okay with that. After that, grab that. Let's top these back up. All about the maintenance, baby. All about the maintenance. Keep the old girl pumping. Let's keep the reservoirs filled. And keep an eye on everything else. The industrial is going good. I like that. That one, I want that back to 110, 115 really. Gives us a tiny bit of breathing space. And where we need to be municipals, it's nearly 25 over where it needs to be. So that would be like industrial being at 125. That's a big old ask. But we're pumping anyway. As long as the water's pumping, we are below the 70% on the water inlets. Oh, industrial's just sprung a leak. Ah, it's a mild leak though, 107. Let's have a look. We're now leaking on 2. Okay, let's check. Let's check out. Is that 2? Let's check our coal supply. Coal supply is 26. Nope. Oil supply. 82. Nope. It is, where are we? It's 10 o'clock. Good. We are good on time. Time is good. Everything is good. Ah, supplies have arrived. I like it. Let's bring these in. We're trying to find, or trying to buy, basically one per day. We're trying to keep ourselves going for each day. Perhaps 2 bags of coal and a normal. Possibly. I think the maximum we can buy is 5. Our contract is complete, so we could take another contract actually, if we were offered another contract. There we go, perfect. We all got down there. Now, did we achieve? We did. Again, I don't know if it's just me or I'm a coward or just oversensitive, but I want to keep this. Oh no, see the coughing there? No. Dang it. That coughing means that we may, at some point, start to lose boiler pressure. We need to get till 5 o'clock this evening, and then we're going to shut this boiler down and do maintenance work. Now, where did it go? Same species. Fine work is aircon's bedroom as a portable AC room faces east. There's a big window in front. Oh yeah, yeah. That was like my parents when I was over there Thursday. Bungalow with a massive front room. God damn. But I went in on the I went to the office on Thursday, air pond office, followed by air pond car, which I can pre-condition. Walked into my parents' house, got a thump in the face. It was horrendous, absolutely horrendous. Yeah, I went out, I just went to bingo. I generally went out and went to bingo because I thought that place is aircon, and that's the way we're passing 4 or 5 hours. 4 or 5 hours successfully passed, and yeah. Reputation's still at 100. We are doing okay. So the way it works is, you can see here, there's you can just see the smoke here starting to change a little bit of colour. Okay. You might see it start to cough here. There you go, coughing. So what that means is the boiler tubes at the back are starting to get compressed off there. That's nice. Totally no fun. So now, can we make it? It is 10:15. Can we make it? We need to make it to about 5 o'clock or 4:30 or whatever. Our energy is average at the moment, so everything is good. I'm very mindful that this will burn oxygen faster and will eventually kind of starve itself out. Interested to see if I can get a couple of more hours out of the old girl. If I can, then we're going to be okay. If we can't, because it is. We'll have to shut it down early. I definitely don't want to shut it down. How are we looking? We are still pumping into industrial, which is okay at 118. Municipals at 96, but be mindful of the municipal because we are going to lose a lot on the municipal because of the contract here. This contract here is going to reduce it by 21,000, which is going to be massive. I reckon we keep pumping until reservoir gets to 61 or we start looking. We are pumping against the leak. Oh, that's perfect. The residential has stopped leaking. No one's leaking on it. That's fantastic. That really, really, really does help out. Yes, sir. Nice. I'm not going to. I don't want to shut it down though. Oh, industrial stop leaking as well. Beautiful. No longer leaking. Oh, it's pretty cool. Jealous. That's neat. There we go. Day shift is 6 AM to 6 PM. Stop engine before calling gatehouse. Good tip. That there is the emergency gatehouse procedure. So it tells you there that the day shift is 6 AM to 6 PM. The night shift, there's no gatehouse. The gatehouse doesn't function or doesn't operate, so you can't switch the valves over. But to kind of counteract that and bear that in mind is the usage of stuff like municipal and industrial really does reduce in the night time. It genuinely does. Residential obviously still has uses because people return home from work and that kind of good stuff. Oh, is that the clock there? Is that the clock? Nearly 11 o'clock. Is it? It is. Oh, okay. Didn't notice that before. Put awareness on my CV. Oh, boiler's done. Let's come down here. Let's pump some water. While we've got a little bit of time, I'm enjoying this. This feels like, yeah, this feels a nice, comfortable pace. This generally is like, mwah. Last week was madness. Okay. So again, all this is doing, this is pumping water into the great big tank outside the back for the reservoir, for the boiler. So we're just keeping the boiler topped, or that boiler tank topped up. This was number 2, that's fine. Where was number 1? Oh, we've got it over here. We did hear a clang or a tink. Which one was it? There she is. Is it that one? Oh, it is that one. That's fine. And while we're here, we may as well. Just tightened it. Dang it. Right, updates. Let's go and just double check these ones over here quickly. Okay, see the loose bits on that. Very nice. General bit of maintenance completed. I like that. Perfect. Right, dun, dun, dun. We're at 127 on industrial now. We are. I hear a phone ringing. We want to get that in case it's a contract. Run, 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 run. Yes! Industrial contract offer is 114,000 gallons. Deadline is 2 days. No, we're gonna decline that, and the reason why we're going to decline that is because we're switching from industrial in the moment. That's not something that I want. We are going to switch from industrial now. Let's close that off. If we took that on industrial, we would then have to basically thump and thump and thump and thump through. And I don't want to be doing that. Gatehouse. Dang it. Does this sound okay, KJ, by the way? Can you hear the, hopefully the rumblings of the engine and the gatehouse and the phone and just about everything else? I'm trying to find the happy medium on it because last time was, yeah. Right, I'm going to switch over to residential because, like I said, we've got a bit of a gap there. Very mindful of that. While that's doing that, actually, let's top it back up. Coughing, yeah, we need to shut this down at about 5 o'clock-ish or 4:30. Right, done. Let's double check to make sure we're not losing pressure. Water is at 88, that's fine. Yeah, sound is fine. Balance is about right. Perfect, thank you, sir. Appreciate that. Just, I was trying to find that happy balance of where you can hear the steam, the engine, but you know, without me fighting over it. Right. Let's twist that up to 44. We're now pumping back to residential. Municipal is good. Please be another contract. Please be another contract. So that's an industrial. Deadline is 3 days for that. At 96,000. Reward is 339. I'm going to say yes because we've got 3 days of that. My only concern is the fact that one, it's pretty late. So you see how this is taking 20? This is going to take 32,000 off. So industrial's just going to drop at a rate of stones. Absolute rate of stones. It's 12 o'clock. We need to run for about another 4 or 5 hours. But this bad boy here is yeah, need to clean out. Our energy is already tired, so we are potentially in some trouble here. Damn. Oh, and there's a yellow leak on the reservoir. Damn. Notable. That's it. Here's what we're going to do. We are going to carry on as is. That 12 o'clock is a problem. The tide is the problem. We're going to carry on as long as we can. And absolutely as long as we can. We're going to throw as much into residential as we can. That will then hopefully buy some time, because at some point, because we're so tired, we will start to, the screen will start to fluctuate and get a bit off. When you sleep for 12 hours. That's basically going to wake us up at midnight. At midnight, we can't switch over any of the valves because the gatehouse is unavailable. We can't do anything about that. That's just the way it goes. I want to check my coal supply and oil supply to see if I can get anything cheap. 26. Do you know what? I'm going to order 2 bags. What can it be? 50? No, I don't want to actually. No, let's not. Let's try oil. I'm just trying to find the right balance at the moment. Oil is 82, job. Nope. Yeah, so I'm going to pump as much as I can into residential at the moment. Coughing. The firebox is disgusting. This thing is going to start to struggle. So it's a question of what's going to give up first, us or the coal box. That's going to be our issue, I feel. Right, that's topped up, so that's fine. Water pressure is still going strong, and water is 97. Okay. Yeah. We are tired. Come on. And like I said, I'm just trying to get everything topped up because before we go, we will very, very much switch over to industrial. Because then in theory, when we're pumping into industrial, we should be able to make a dent into that. And the textiles mill, I'm worried about in the midst of it. Because we're going to need to pump on industrial for a while. That's a big dent, 96,000. That is a massive dent. Let's try and get everything squared away here before we shut it down. No, not a leak on, no. Okay, that's problematic. That's massively problematic. Damn. We just got a major leak, well, I'll say a moderate leak on residential. You see it's just gone yellow there. No. 72. We're pumping against it. I feel we're pumping against it. That's not what you want to see. No. Okay, game bit us on the booty. Dang it. I would really like that industrial look kind of stuff. Yeah, definitely I would like that kind of stuff. What are you up to the weekend, KJ? Anything nice? Anything good? Treating yourself? 8 day nearly, isn't it? Got anything on your, got anything you can iron it? What is... Oh, okay. Yeah. While we're doing that then, let's go and throw this for a while. Come on. 74, 73, 74. Yeah, look at the reservoir there. Look, so we are literally only just pumping against that. That sucks. We're maintaining it, aren't we? Damn. My concern is the municipal drop. In the morning when it all goes to shape the proverbial car. Nothing planned. Ooh, nice turtle. Oh. I'm going, 75, okay, so we are making progress. 75, I'm heading to the gym after here because I had a bit of a slack. I had 2 weeks off and the first week I was just off. The second week I went to visit my daughter on the weekend. Bad back. Oh, I slept on a real soft bed. Bad back. Knocked me for 6 for the rest of the week. Really. The rest of the week it was just Yeah, dunzo. Never really had a bad back, but it's fair to say that was just that was not on. I didn't like that. Which means, of course, I didn't get to the gym. Which means I need to get back onto the gym. I don't need to. And it is aircon, and I think more importantly, I will go in the steam room in the sauna, but there's one of them ice cold showers. So if you need me, I'll be in there for that 3 days. Oh, okay. Are you going anywhere, doing anything, or just burning through the holiday? The bolt. Do you know what? I'm happy with that. I'm going to switch over to industrial here. Let's make the call. Come on now. Thank you. Give me industrial, please. We know we're going to be on industrial for a while. We've got a bucket load of water that we need to pump. Oh, and the leak has just stopped on industrial as well. Mwah. Chef's kiss. That's nice. Okay, it's coffee. Here's what we're going to do. We are going to open this. We're going to let that die. And we're going to go and sleep for 12 hours. The change has happened, so we should be on, or as soon as we see the change in the top right, the little arrow will appear above industrial. That's what we're waiting for. Oh, that's nice. Right, let's rest for 12 hours. Okay. It's going to be night time, so I need to be mindful of that. I'll try and make it light for you guys. A little bag of coal has been delivered. I will... Let me just... Yes, okay, so that's fine. That's exactly what... Let me go and get some lights on, where possible. Because it is night time and we will be burning through stuff. 40, let's do it about 45. There we go, generator lights is on. I'm okay with that, it says. Actually, let's turn it down to 35, please. The reason why is because this does overheat, so you don't really want to cook it, and it is using diesel as well, so I'm tight. Right, let's turn off the light switch for the basement and turn on the light switch for here and here, so you guys can see. And now we need to clean this thing out because this thing was coughing and moaning at us, which of course we don't want to do. And this was the plan all along, so let's get this thing cleaned. All I do is just basically scrub it with E. I just keep my hand on E and it will clean itself until it no longer cleans itself. Fire tubes condition is whistle clean. Ooh. That's beautiful. Whistle clean. I like that. E. There we go. Perfect. Now. Let's top up some coal. Let's get this thing really fired back up. Because obviously we really want to be pumping water very nicely. Oh wow, nice. And because it's night time as well, there is a massive reduction in consumption. So everything we pump now, in theory, really does help. Try it again, you know. Apart from residential. Residential's just one of those that's a bit of an anomaly because residential people come in and out and doing all their work stuff. So Yep. Right, she is lit. Firebox temperature is on the rise. Our pressure is still dropping. That's not good. Glass is full. I'm going to switch that to 2% briefly. Why that is doing that. I can see Firth playing new bar. I see you, baby. Let's do some general maintenance on the old gun. I.e. basically rerun the startup procedure. I think that's fine. That's taken us, what, 2 days? We got two full days of running out of it before we had to shut it down for a boiler clean and other items. I really want to make a dent. I really want that to fire up very quickly. I want to make a dent in that 96,000 gallons. Very much so. Who's phoning me this time? Oh, the leak perhaps has gone. Right, we're not answering that at the moment. That's not going to happen. You're on, my love. KJ says hello and waved enthusiastically at you.
Hello.
And don't want, she doesn't normally wear shades indoors. She's one of those. She doesn't like to be judged. I'm off out. Where are you off? Where are you off? Oh, is that time, is it? KJ's waving at you. Hello! Alright, steady yourself. Oh, that phone's ringing. Yeah, that phone's not giving up, is it? Right. See you in a bit, KJ! That's what Lisa says. Right, I think we've done all the oil, we've done everything we need, everything's good. We are still building up pressure, that is fine. I am going to run downstairs, let's tighten up the stuff downstairs. I'm not going to turn the lights on downstairs, so yes, it's probably going to be a little bit dark. And where are you? So you are bolt number 1. Let's tighten up some of these while we can. I see you too. Yeah, baby, I see you. First, thank you for the feedback. I did mention it at the start of the stream, so thank you for the feedback. The wandering around the stairs or by the stairs has been resolved, really, or almost fixed. Oh, there's a leak on industrial. No, to be fair, we're just about to pump against industrial, so it doesn't matter. We're pumping against that, which is fine. Yeah, we'll take that. We'll take that. Let's go and answer the phone, just because we know what it is. A notable leak. Nothing we can do about that at the moment. It's just the way it is. Let's just double check. We are nearly at 180, so we are good. If we're nearly at 180, let's double check. We should still be on industrial, which we are. We cannot do anything yet because the fire control there is red. If it's red, it basically means that your jackets up here are cold to the touch. Give yourself a cheeky little valve opening there. Get that to 40. There you go. Less than 35 degrees. Get that to 40. Come round to here. Same for this one. Open this one up to 40. I was advised, by the way, that if you are going to shut it down overnight, open these valves to 5%. As long as you open them to 5%, in theory, you shouldn't need to warm the jacket. Cylinder is warming up and warming up very nicely. It's doing regulator, so 74. You can see there that that is very much still red for us. Let me just go and grab a can while that's doing that. course, take your rubbish out, as you do. Bish bash and a bosh. Cool. This is the point where you do realise that I do need to go and start that GoFundMe for a new chair. 129 degrees, we are hot. Is that hot enough to start though? It is hot enough to start. You can see here that this is now green, so we're fine with that. Let's close the jacket cylinder on this one. Sweet. And then we'll run around here. Jacket cylinder is warm, that's all it needs to be. It doesn't need to be anything else. As long as it is warm, we are fine. Things that's also changed as well, Firth, is you don't get a percentage now on the valve here. You get a little dial there. So the valve where your LP cylinder gear valves, and you get a little cylinder now. I like it. And of course, we're just going to press Shift and Q or Shift and E. Let's get this thing up and running to 30%. There we go. Now we're starting to see movement from below. It's beautiful. Oil wise, definitely looking good. Wasn't like that before, that's how I saw it. No, oh, mine had a percentage underneath. So for me, I never noticed the valves, rightly or wrongly, but when I looked at the dial here, the dial had a percentage under it, and that's how I did it. Took me a sweet minute to find that. Yes, sir. But maybe it was, I don't know. The mysteries have revealed. Put no collision bodies. I like it. And you've also got a dampener now as well for the firebox. Come on, baby. Oh, really shit. There we go. Yeah, there she is. So that's the dampener there. I have set it to kind of like there-ish. And that seems to be holding my 180, and my firebox is just going back up there, look, because I opened the door. Nice. Let's bang this up to 44. There we go. Now we should be, if that's the case, pumping water off the 93,000, which it appears we are, so that's fantastic. This municipal is going to make me nervous just because it's going to take the 21,000. How it works, Fifth, I don't know whether you noticed. I got a message from the devs. I thought I'd found the book, but I hadn't. The 96,000 total limit for the contract itself is basically split down into the 3 days. So over the 3 days, each day, it will take 32,000. So what will happen is it will, at the industrial here, at whatever time, it just goes boom, and that 32,154 litres just goes boom. So all of a sudden, if you haven't pumped in your daily limit, it will just take you below your threshold. Which is why I'm on industrial at 3 o'clock in the morning, pumping like a madman. But in theory, he said, we should be okay. That should be doing its thing. Yes, sir. And that is with the reservoir inlets, or our inlets at 68%. We haven't used or updated our inlets yet till up to 100. Haven't necessarily felt the need to. Not yet. I have to say the balance changes are very nice. I don't feel as rushed. I mean, you just do the tink there. I don't feel anywhere near as rushed. Whether that's because I'm more comfortable with the game or not, I don't know. But I don't feel anywhere near more as rushed or just. I feel like I'm maintaining the machine at a nice pace. I can appreciate it. It's doing its turn. Let's go down and do some pops. I am going to switch the plant lights off here. and that right up there, and turn on the underneath here, purely and simply because this thing, the generator has a temperature there, and if it has too many revs, it will overheat, which of course then means it goes on cooldown and nobody's seeing anything. So I'm just trying to find that one. I'm just trying to find that fine balance where I'm keeping the lights on. Yeah. I have to say as well, Phil, I've been speaking to the developer. I've sent about 12 or 13 emails and correspondence with the dev. Very nice indeed. Yeah, really very nice. And he reached out to me, to be fair. Very nice. I like it. Approved. I might actually have to have a look, see if I have to order fuel for that generator. I mean, it would make sense that I would need to. My other concern is that I'm going to get tired about 8, 9 o'clock, I think, so I'm going to, at some point somewhere, I'm going to have to sleep, or I'm going to wake up midday when everything's been off, but the daily use has still been jumping. Right, let's drop that down there. I'm fine with that. That is all looking good and hunky-dory. Let's grab wrench number 2 and throw this into there. That's already tight. Perfect. This one. I also asked him what this was for here. The bolt here for the reservoir pressure, and that's exactly what it is. It's to give you the pressure per line if you haven't got the top right on where it basically tells you your pressures. If it doesn't tell you your pressures, you need to do that, and it will give you your pressures within a couple of psi, so it's not 100% accurate. Tinker. So I like that. Which place there you are, you got a cheeky. Grab you. Let's get that top. That one's providing a bit of feedback where it's got a slight leak on it. That one's tightened. There. Happy days. Let's see what we do with this generator. I know it's a day tank. And we have to downstairs to sleep in it, so let's top. Top of the coal. That loaded. Definitely slower on the yeah, look at that, and that's full already. How are we looking on water? 73. Yep, let's get that open, please. 4% trickle. We are 5 on that. Is that broke normally? It is, yeah, nearly like that, about 3-4 o'clock in the morning for that perspective. Tap that, we are looking good on that. Everything is fine. We are pumping against the 7 or whatever it was, 90,000, wasn't it, I think? The reservoir pressure, PSI is 67.93. Crankshaft total revs. Look at that. I'm still leaking on that reservoir though. That's a big old leak. Right, let's turn off downstairs and put on lights upstairs for you guys. So we've got some lights. Let's turn off the basement lights. Engine lights. In fact, we don't even need engine lights. Engine lights are to make it look good, I think. We don't necessarily need that yet. That's fine. Industrial goods. That municipal might need a top up at 6 o'clock when everything drops. That might need a top up. So in the meantime, we're just going to keep pumping against industrial. We'll definitely until 6 o'clock, and then we'll see what happens when this contract goes. Excuse me, goes out, because that might take us below the threshold, and that could be an issue. Oh, my tissue. Dang it. That's not good. Yeah, we know there's 21,000 litres that are going to disappear out of municipal. Industrial we're fine. I say industrial we're fine on. It looks like we're fine on because that only needs to be over 100. But you're going to lose 32,000 litres, so we're losing 50,000 litres tomorrow morning. That's a lot. That's like half a day. And that's within contracts. That doesn't include what has already been consumed by the user itself. Let's go and double check. Water pump is fine. Do we have a way? Oh, it's when you step outside, isn't it? There's definitely a little bit of lag when you step outside. And running, that's all fine. Alright, done. Hole in the pump. Haven't checked that for the speed unit. Okay, let's grab a. You know, I think there's a bag down here. Let's grab the bags from down here. Why not? It's free. To be honest, that's the way I look at it. It's free. I also actually let's go test. This is talking about testing. I want to go and test if I call up the oil company now, what the price is. See what we can tell for. Perfect. Before we do that, because we are running very carefully. Back that back up, of course. Yeah, that's a pretty issue. Right. She is just running, babe. That leak is taking me a bit too long. Right, so in theory, Thomas said that basically, because it's night time, Perth, don't know if you know, but because it's night time, anything you order, sir, is full price. So if you try to order coal in the night time, it's full price. Same with oil. You try and order oil at night time, it's full price. You're paying for the premium. Yeah, straight 100 look. So don't order in the middle of the night. Give the long story short, I'm just going to grab some tissue from upstairs. I'm still. KJ, have you heard from LS? Is he okay? And all that good thing, haven't seen him smash that go live button in a while. Or does he give up on the streaming live? Taking a break? Resting, recuperating? I know we've just moved and stuff. And that's good. We are looking good. I'm feeling good actually. This is, yeah. We're all set on to 44 as well. This is, she is running absolutely. Yeah. I'm getting some kind of weird audio effect from the stream. It doesn't sound like the way, it should sound. It sounds very digital. Let's see what's up with that. Oh, I don't know. I haven't changed anything on my side, although I did just leave the microphone by the TV there, so you might be getting an echo off that. He's still around, response to Discord messages. Okay. Is he okay though, yeah? All good. Just life and intricacies and work and all that kind of good stuff. As long as he's all that's fine. Has that been a continuous sound problem first, or was it just when I went upstairs then? If it's just when I went upstairs then, it's because I put the microphone on that, and the microphone was probably picking up video game sound, or an echo, or something along those lines. Just some maintenance on this old girl. Keep her pumping. I am mindful of what it is. It's still leaking the whole week. That's big on the week. Kept the moving, leaving military, big changes. Oh, okay. Leaving the military as well, that was, ooh. Hopefully he left the military on his terms rather than medical or stuff like that, and you know, he completed everything he needs to do. New job, ooh. Guess that'll be new, or career change or something along those lines, or just recovering, resting, doing whatever it is. I hope he's well. I genuinely hope he's well, and everything's as good as it can be. As good as it can be. How's that looking? That was at 24%. That was where we topped it last time, wasn't it? Because we didn't just want to risk problems. I think I might just do that again. You know? I might just top that up again. This is consuming about 1 a day, I think. As long as we get 1 a day, I think we're fine. Let's top that back up. Yeah, okay, I'm happy with that. She's fine. That leak is still causing me issue. How was the water looking like? 73. Nope, let's turn that back to 2. Oh, actually, that's it. That is on the 4. That's interesting. What's that, though? Well, you've got light run for a minute. We'll see where it's going. Box is okay. Gas is okay. I'm gonna flip the dampener down just one more then. There we go. Let's flip the dampener down. Let's make it horizontal. There we go. I consider that kind of. Nope. There. Perfect. I'm gonna leave the dampener there where it's horizontal and see what that does. See if that reduces pressure on it. Doesn't look like it is. We'll fill it. There we go. Spin it, and then let's keep an eye on that, make sure that runs as it is. I'm going to run dinner time, catch you later. Love you first, see you later, brother. Enjoy the hunt on the U-boats there. It is nearly 6 o'clock in the morning, so in theory we can change over to any of the reservoirs that we need to. I'm very mindful that we're up to 166 on. Actually, let's see what the maximum is for that. So the maximum for industrial is 190 psi. We don't want to be breaching that anytime soon. But I think at 6 o'clock anyway in industrial we should see a massive plummet in industrial because of the payment. All these have been topped up, so in theory we just need to go downstairs, check the bolts are okay, so we'll turn off the lights here, turn on the lights downstairs, and go and have a look. Ooh, that felt a bit slow. Felt like it didn't like that. How are we looking on lights? We are, okay, so we're holding temperature, so 36 on the, yeah, 36 on that, because, oh, that was good timing. Definitely not going over there. Come on, baby. Doing that maintenance. Oh. Dang it. Right, done. That goes again, I swear to God. That's it. Second of that, putting a new one in, get some Loctite on. I have actually asked for Carmen to do or consider an upgrade for a kind of like a storage tank, a water reservoir storage tank. Purely as an upgrade where, as it stands at the moment, we can't switch over now. We are pumping water into the industrial. We can't change over at the moment because it's not 6 o'clock in the morning. We are stuck. We are stuck. Turn it off, please. Because there's nobody in the gatehouse. If we call someone to the gatehouse, we take a reputation hit. Which of course we don't want to do. The gatehouse you need, because it's the gatehouse that throws the switches to change you over to whichever one you want to. Hence why we've been on industrial. Because that's the way I set it up, and with the massive contract that we have on industrial to work through, it made perfect sense that, yeah, and the fact that it's leaking like an absolute boss, I'll take it. What's the red light for? Oh, end of shift alarm. Okay, that's fine. I can live with that. I like it. Basically means we can get the gatehouse online soon. Perfect. And we can turn off Jenny. In fact, I'm going to go and turn off the Jenny now. See, look at municipal. Municipal went straight to red. Ouch. Ouch. Straight to red. We need to go and get that pumping. We were at very high on industrial as well. Municipal is 10 and 10 down as well. Ouch. Yeah. Okay, we switch over immediately to municipal and start pumping into that. Let's shut that down. 40,000 to go on that. Gatehouse. Gatehouse are on. They're online. Switch me to municipal, please. Which we knew, we did say, didn't we, that municipal drop would potentially, or could potentially happen. 10 psi below though. That bad. Yeah, we kind of fluffed that up a little bit. Come on. Right, that's moving. It's one of those where we need to get that max, just get it straight in. I'm very tempted to go up the gate heads down there. Just max the gate heads. get as much water flowing into the municipal as we can. They've just been updated. Right, let's throw that in, please. Let's get the water pumping. Water's pumping. Get straight up to 44 very quickly. Okay, right. Water is going in. We like it. How are we looking over here? Pressure is 180, so pressure is holding. I'm going to put that to 6. There we go, perfect. I want to get a little bit more water coming in, and let's top up that, please. Dun, dun, dun. I am going to go, I think, see, that will just run by itself now, literally. We don't need to do much, that will just run by itself. Let's open up these. Yeah, let's open up these to 100. It's not going to like it, but at the same time, I really don't want to be 10 down on where we are. That's an awful lot. 67, 68, there we go, we're at 68. The only bonus is if you get a leak now, potentially, that it's going to be low. It's going to be low. And we don't have any contracts on residential or municipal at the moment. So I guess that's kind of the beautiful thing about that, is we are now just pumping to try and bring that back into some kind of line. 75 municipal is fire brigade and that kind of good stuff, which is what we did the contract for. Again, I'm just going to absolutely throw water into that until we get that somewhere near back to 75. If you come in here, you might hear the sound difference. Pump my old girl. There we go. Engine speed is fine. Municipal at 71. I am going to try and stay on top of the maintenance though, because in theory, if we're asking a lot from the engine, i.e. pumping a lot, it might put the engine under a bit of duress. I don't necessarily want to do that. So I want to stay on top of maintenance as much as I can. 72. As soon as it's back to 75, it's at least 3 or 4 bolts that have gone. As soon as it's back to 75, we'll go back down to the reservoir inlets and we'll change those back down to 68. I think that's fine. I think 68 is genuinely fine. It doesn't necessarily put too much strain on the engine. In fact, by the time we've filled this up and ran down there, I don't think we'll be that far up. Yeah, that's 74. Should go back to... No, man. Let me just go get on the phone. There we go. I want to see what the coal supply is going to be today. This early in the morning, 19. Yeah, I can order 2 for 19. And oil refinery. There we go. Municipal's back in the white. I like it. 69. Still a little expensive for me at that, I think. So I'm going to hang on to that. Oh, municipal's just sprung a leak as well, look. Yeah, absolute. If it did spring a leak though, because it's so low under pressure, it was only ever going to be a mini or a smaller one. Right, let's get this back down to 68. Right, 68. Same for this one, 68, and then we'll go back down and we will tighten the bolts back up downstairs just to get that started. Yeah, 77. Not bad at all. Get in. Okay. Right, 68. Okay, let's go and get the bolts tightened, get everything where it needs to be. Leaking though. You stinker. That's a stinker. Ideally, I want to be pumping against industrial. I really do. But at the same time, we are already on average for our day. Our day is kind of being heavy. We're already well into this day. So I'm mindful of that as well. Actually, I might just do what we've just done there. Fill up the municipal, fill up the residential and switch back over to industrial once we've had a cheeky guess. That might be the way forward. Oh yeah, look at that. Really leaking like a boss. And rightfully so, we did basically open it at full throttle. Which is well done. Let's try and get all this squared away. Nice to see that leak. And that leak on the industrial is going for a cheeky few days. Yeah. And it's a major leak as well. I don't know how I feel about that. We dropped about 30, I'm sure we did, on the oh, we got water from the river. Oh, okay. We need to pump some water out as well. You don't have to put water out very often, but when you do, you're like, what? Oh, right, you can see it rising. Look. Okay. Yeah, that definitely rose there. I wonder what caused that to rise. Oh, municipal's leaking. Oh, there we go. Municipal's no longer leaking. That's beautiful, that's what we want. Fix that leak, thank you. I'm not going to answer that phone, don't necessarily need to answer that phone, we already know what it is. So, ensure the leak stop. I really want to see that industrial leak stop though. While we're here, we will pump some water out. Oh, and how's there you go, the industrial guy. There you your wish is my command. Industrial's no longer leaking. That's fantastic. That is fantastic. Yes, I like that. I like that a lot. That's the first time in a while we haven't had a leak on any lines. We'll take that. We will take that. We're just watching down to the bottom right here. Make sure that we are still pumping water in on, not just pressing in for no real random reason. Because that will just drive me insane. Bosh, bosh, bosh. Okay. Municipal's back up to 85. I like that. Dry underneath as well. Perfect. Come on now. Yeah, we are doing okay. I feel we're doing okay. This point that's nice. And then I'll come over to this one over here. Is that super tight? Okay, drop that down. Give this just a couple of squirts. Actually, we're going to check that tank. Let's go see what that tank is actually doing. Right. Let's top up the boiler. That's already. We are looking good on boiler. That's good. Steam. Okay, that's 6. Let's turn it down to 4 now. Beautiful, loving my work, loving my work. That is doing everything it's supposed to do. I'm going to go and check the boiler tank and I'll show you how to do that. I know some people will struggle a little bit. And it is literally as simple as you come outside here, you can see here the boiler tank, or what supplies the boiler. Come up to here, and you can see if I just crank open the valve there, and we have water. So if we have water there, we know that there's at least water to there, so we know there's going to be water here. We're okay. We're okay for water. There is no immediate danger to the boiler to water in there. The first thing I did was run out of water, and then I had to figure out very quickly what to do while the water was counting down. That was no fun. That wasn't really fun. That's just the way it was. Municipal is at 89, that is doing very nice. 90 now, that's beautiful. When it gets to 95 or 100, I might then just flick it over to the reservoir, depending on my energy level. My energy level at the moment is average. As soon as I get to tired, I might flick that over to residential, just to top that off, until the point where I start to hallucinate. Once I start to hallucinate, I'll whip it back over to industrial, because then we'll be pumping through the night for 12 hours. What time is it there? You see, that's 8 o'clock. That would take me till 8 o'clock this evening. Yeah, now we definitely want to keep going. We definitely want to keep going. Yeah. That would take us till 8 o'clock this evening, which would be oh, industrial back on again is a little. Just got that for 2 days as well. Come on now. Come on now. Very nice on our windows. Oh, cheeky foil in here as well. An old phone to throw the, in case you threw the other one in temper. Check these. Do you know what? We could do some maintenance on those, couldn't we? We genuinely could. Everything's running what it's supposed to be running. At 93 on the municipal, it is looking good. This is banging. This is, I have to say, this pace is, yeah. This. It is. It is such a lovely pace, because I'm always on to the next task. There's always a task that you're on to and checking, but I don't feel like I'm necessarily falling behind, if that makes sense. It is just makes sense to do that, and there's enough room there that should I fall behind, that I can then just leave that for a minute. I like this pace. Yeah. It doesn't feel the madness. I've only actually, oh there, 73.9. I've only opened up the reservoir inlets to 100% once, and that was probably more my fault and bad maths rather than anything else, if I'm honest with you. We're at 96% on municipal, so we're nearly 25 over on municipal. There is nothing more to come out of this now. We should get funding due next day, so we should get this paid tomorrow. Perfect. And this is still going 30,000. That is a lot. That's the first tink we've heard in a while. Oil supply, wasn't it? Just want to see if we can get a cheaper oil supply. Or is it set for the day? Oh no. We can do it. There we go. 60. Nope, still too much for me. Coal supply. 19. Yes, please. Oh, it won't let me place an order. No. That's tough. Still leaking on municipal though. That's sorry, on industrial. That's where it goes. Alright, see now I can see the tired has just arrived there now. So let's switch over to residential. And I need to pump, or would like to pump some residential, please. Slash. There we go. Okay. So we're going to pump some residential until I'm tired, even though it says I'm tired, until I'm kind of hallucinating. It gets to the point where you get tired, you start to get a bit wavy, a bit oozy. That's the point where we then go to go. And the first thing we do then is we switch over to industrial. And the reason why I'm not pumping against industrial at the moment is purely because, one, the reservoir is kind of leaking massively. Are we on where we need to be? No, it's just flipping over now. Perfect. Right, let's get this running. And why it's leaking, I want it to reduce down slightly. Why it's reducing down slightly, in theory, it should give it time to fix itself. But more importantly, we're going to be pumping into that for a good 6-7 hours. So we really want a little bit of space to pump the water into. That's what we do. Let's go and check the bolts. We did hear a couple of them go ting. We'll come down and do just a little bit of maintenance. Good dog bolts. Let's do all the bolts while we're here. We've just done upstairs. Upstairs is good. Everything's topped up and topped off. Let's get the bolts topped off. This one is slightly. And we've still got, what, 40,000 to pump. Okay, we've got a lot of water we really need to pump. But at the same time, industrial continues to drop during the night as well. You see, municipal and industrial, not so much. Residential always, which is what we do want to keep residential topped up and topped off. 50, 75, 100 is the next game on residential. At some point, I'd really like to be in a position where I can drop the gate inlets, which is kind of real nice. Yeah, that'd be nice. But at the same time, actually, I don't know how I feel about that, because if I drop below 70 is the recommended max height of daily operation. So we're at 68, we're just below that. Because at the end of the day, we are a pumping station. In a nutshell, our sole purpose is to pump water. So you want to pump water at maximum that you can. Yeah. Definitely. I can see the leak on the industrial now coming down to 135. So we're okay now. So at least 60 psi. To play with now. I'm feeling kind of happy and comfortable that we've got enough room to pump our 40,000. I don't know whether we're going to be able to pump the full 40,000, generally don't. Right, happy days, because I got a sneaky feeling that I could be there for quite a while thinking that, and it would allow me to very nicely to tighten those up. Of course, we'll come back over here and we'll do what we're supposed to do. We will get this top set nicely. Stinker. That was it. We managed to do it while we're down here. Which we know we've just we know we just fixed it. We know we just basically got the monkey. He was tight, man. Well, how does that feel? Let's have it. Off we go. Excuse me. Trap. On me. Right, let's go back upstairs and potentially give the boiler a little bit of love. I feel like we've been down there a little too minute. Everything's good. I might also do a quick boiler refresh as well. So we'll top it all off, but then do a cold start Let's clear the back tubes out, get it all done and dusted, looking nice. That I believe probably what will happen at some point. So residential is 70 at this point. What is the time? It is 10 o'clock. So if we did 12 hours, that would take us to 22. That's still going to leave us a long 6-hour shift, isn't it? My concern is at some point we are absolutely going to thump through the night and probably a day or two in game. So we're going to need to get as far through as we can. Yeah. How are we looking on glaciers? Probably a cheeky little round top up. Everything is done. 72 in pressure. If we get above 75 before I start to hallucinate and stuff, then I'm really going to be a happy man. I don't think we're too far off at that point. Also the industrial pressure also dropped just a touch, you know. Now we'll see how it goes. She's doing what she says on the tin. Yeah, she's still something okay. 22 is 92. Camera on 4, we're okay. Firebox is okay, and that is okay. We've found the balance, haven't we? We've absolutely found the balance. The only thing left is to find the balance on the dampener. That's what we need to find the balance on. I might go into that in a sec. See if we can find that happy twin. That is industrial, is no longer leaking. That is positive. Yeah, definitely getting a lot of sleeping now. There we go. See if we can make it to the phone on time. I think we're okay now. The industrial reservoir is back online. No more leaks. Hopefully the repair holds up. Well, that would be lovely if it did. That would be peachy if it did. Fantastic. Right, dampener. Let's have a look what we've got here. We are 179. Water is looking good. Good on that. So let's do that. But let's take it straight. Oh, there we go. That's how you do it. So we zoom in and go bolt. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So let's do that. Let's see what that is. Holding pressure. It's all about that, isn't it? Temperature degrees is still 800. What do we just close it? What is that? Oh, okay, no, that instantly starts to. $7.91. Look, there you go, $7.91. So there. $7.92. Look at that. That's building. Oh, you can have that right down. Holy, yeah. Ooh, hello. You can have that right down. Okay, so let's top that up. If that's the case. Yeah, temperature's at 800. Look, if we drop it down one more, look, then it does start to. No. So is that it there? Seven, not yeah. So that's dropping. 787, it's 60, that's dropping. I think it's there, I think that's the key. 787, 788. Yeah, there. We found it. Okay, so that's the secret source of the secret sources. We have fine-tuned that to within an inch of its life. F yeah. We're 82% on pressure as well. That is bonkers. What is the limit on this before it starts to go? Residential 90s max. Yeah. I'm going to run, catching that, see that, baby. Thank you. Right, let's shut that down. Let's shut it all down at this point. Let's turn it over to industrial and get the sleep on. E-drive, gatehouse please. Over to industrial. Call has been made to industrial. Let's come up here. Let's open up the jackets, 5%. 5% on said jacket 1. 5% on said jacket 2. Fire is doing what it says on the tin. That should just be doing its own thing. But of course we are going to open the fire because we want that fire clean. We are going to, during the night, effectively reset the boiler before we start pumping for the second contract. So we'll 12 hours that. Everything should be okay in green. Look at that, gallons pumped. We are okay on that. Resting, 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 and bosh. Of course, it is night time. We know that. Industrial is 131. We're on. First things first, we'll start the generator up actually. Let's get some lights on upstairs. Where are we? That is basement. We'll do the basement first, just because we know then when it's on and running. Well, let's have a look. Uh, 33 is fine, I think. Let's fire that up. Which wood? Start says no. Nope. How are we looking on diesel? Diesel, day tank, we are okay. There she goes. She just wanted a minute, bless her. She just wanted a minute. Oh, I can get behind that. Right. Alright, let's get some maintenance done down here while we can before we go upstairs. I know ideally this is not a great way of doing this, by the way, because we should be starting the boiler upstairs. I know about the you know, the probably the better ways of doing things and stuff, but in reality it doesn't matter. Just enjoy the game. Right, we'll tighten that up. We'll give this one a cheeky 3 squirter. There she goes. No real random reason. Don't know how much water that moves or over what time that moves, but I saw that thing doing that. We'll give this thing a cheeky 3 pumper as well. 1, 2, and 3. Bosh, happy days. And upstairs we go. Purely because I can now turn everything off down there and turn everything off up here. Leak on municipal. That sucks. It's a minor leak though. At least it wasn't on reservoir, because that could have been an issue. How we're looking on and everything else. Right, what is this thing doing? This is firebox is off and good and everything is okay. Let's get this thing squared away. Yep, fire tube condition is a carbon whistle. So that's probably not good. Whistle clean. Still getting coughing now. Come on. I think that's as good as we're going to get it, isn't it? I genuinely believe. Yeah. Whistle clean, clean as a whistle. Right, bargain. We definitely moved it up one notch. Steam wise, while we're not producing steam, we do have enough in there. That is fine. Let's get the fire up and running. Beautiful, beautiful. That is done, that is done. Right, let's close that. So in theory, this firebox is going to take a sweet minute to get done. So we're going to open that to get the firebox back up where it needs to be in temperature, because that's the whole point in that. Water is 100%. Let's turn that down to 2%, please. And then up here, hopefully we're still warm then. Ouch. Yeah, baby, that is so good. Good idea. So we can close that off. That is nice. Very nice. Close that off. This is hot still as well. We should be able to close this off then. Oh, we're good to go. Yeah, as soon as we fire that up, she's good to go. Let's just double check that though. How's she looking on oil? 40 or 50%? Yes, sir. Well, let's throw a bag of coal in the... What did I say? 2 a day-ish? So provided we don't throw any more than 2 a day in, we might be all right. Must be standing on top. We are very much standing on top. Just, oh, there you go, refilling coal. Took a minute. We got there, we got there. Come on. Come on. Full. Oh, that is full. I like it. Loving my work. Boiler temperature is back up and running. Pressure is going up. Do you know what? I don't think it matters though where that is. We are still at 800 degrees on straight down pipe-ish. Providing that doesn't start to drop, that 800 degrees, the water pressure is still going to be the water pressure at 800. That's just going to climb anyway. The firebox is the temperature of the firebox. That is fine. Water is good. What happens if we start this thing now? Yeah, because I know, don't get me wrong, I know it's going to be slow. I'm just forcing it at this point. 44. Yeah, you see, steam is still very much building. Slowly, I guess. But we are pumping water. That's the leak fixed. Beautiful. Yep. Let's check our contract here for what do we need? We need 32,000 litres. We need to pump 39. If we can pump that 39, that also covers the day off. And tomorrow we need to pump another 39. She is building up pressure and building up steam, so she's fine on that, I think. Yep, just doing it slowly, and No, I'm going to close that off actually. Let's give it time to build up some pressure. I'm fine. Yeah. Let's at least get it above 150. $93. Let's open that up +4, please. Thank you. Yeah, there you go. It just needs to get to a certain point, doesn't it? And then it really does climb. So while that is climbing, let's just go and double check that we have closed the valves up here. I'm pretty confident I did, but I just want to check. So that is closed. And while I do the run round, it's probably going to build up another 10. So I'm fine with that. Again, that's closed. Oil is good. Everything is good. Double check the 50 on that. It is. And 50 on that. It is. Okay. We should be in a real good position to open the valve and just crank it. Yeah, you see, that's just built up so fast. As soon as it gets to 150 odd, we'll just fire it up. I think that's enough at that point. It's nearly in the green then, isn't it? Unless we just wait for the green where it's optimal. Yeah, that's going to be good enough. By the time I get there and fire this thing up, it's not going to be far off, is it? I genuinely don't think it's going to be far off. And we can start pumping towards that 38,000, which is what we need to do, obviously. Lights are still on. I like it. In fact, can I just turn on the... What? Nothing really good in here? 44. There we go. We're now pumping towards industrial. I'm loving my work. With that cheeky tap, that is fine. It's not necessarily doing perfect, but up to 169, so we are in green pressure. That is good. So, shall we see the difference now that this works? And got the box temperature goods. 300. All the way down. Yeah, that is just ridiculous. Off she runs. Beautiful, beautiful. And let's turn off here, back here, it's downstairs. Everything's running as it's supposed to be there, the 135 psi. We're going to need to keep an eye on that as well. Because we're going to be pumping a lot, and I mean a lot of water into that. What have we got there? 35,000 gallons of water. So at this stage for us, I genuinely think we're in a reasonable spot, and it's about just getting that water pumping. Oh, that looks moving. Just close. Yeah, 136,000, day 3. Not bad. That's all tight. Do some general bolt maintenance. You can turn these off as well in the options, by the way. I did say to Harman I wouldn't do that. I think it's a fair assessment. Because originally what I was doing was basically just extending the lifetime of the bolts. This is much better. Yeah, much better. And we are in the realms of what it suggests, so 70 is the max. We are in the realms of that. As if we should be popping bolts every 5 seconds, unless of course it's a potential upgrade where you get better bolts or better Loctite heads or that kind of stuff, possibly, maybe. How are we looking on? I'd say at this point I'm just kind of doing my daily maintenance or some kind of daily maintenance, make sure I'm happy with that. Industrial's at 140, We are going to lose, what was it, 30,000 gallons out of that straight away. So let's see where this 30,000 gallons takes you in percentage-wise. Municipal is really good. Residential is really good, actually. Municipal, perhaps a slight top up. But I'm okay with that. And I didn't just tighten that body. Sure I did. Right, let's have a look. Let's run one of these or some of these upstairs so we know where we are. Two bags of coal. If you're getting through 2 bags of coal a day and there is, what, 14 days, there is 28 bags of coal. And my quick maths, if you get through 2 bags a day. Oil, 1 a day, so 14 at, what was it, 50? Ooh, yeah, you definitely need to use the contracts to get that going. Damn. Okay. I'm glad I took 1,000. So I'm trying to stay above, you see where the 168 is there? I'm trying to stay above 500 in my pocket. If I can stay above 500 in my pocket at all times, then you could do the game with on 500. Right, more general maintenance. Let's get this done. Nice one. Oh yeah, that's low. Well, I say low, that's kind of... It's a little lower than where I want it to be, that's for sure. Oh, there's a bolt, shoot the monkey. 145 on industrial. I'll turn that on. I'll turn them on myself. The engine lights. What's that here? Not bad. Just trying to save on the generator. Actually, I need to see how to top that up. Or how you buy for that. There's got to be a fuel purchase somewhere, hasn't there? I reckon. Right, let's drop that down then. Let's see. How would that work? 1, 2, 3, and we are very much still on 100, which is good. We're still at that, which is good, and that is good. And we're at 4%. Yeah, we found the sweet spot on the engine, haven't we? And it is 1 o'clock in the morning there, so we're only pumping to industrial. This is what I was saying as a upgrade. Perhaps what you could have is out the back here, kind of, I don't know, a big tank where you could almost store your daily contract. So you know we need to lose 32,000 for your daily contract. We could store 50,000, for instance, and then we can feed that into whatever we want to do. Very nice. We are running on valve position. Power is available. We're running on the generator. Purely because if you run on leaking industrial red look, no. That's a severe leak. That isn't good at all. Leak severity is severe. 151, and we're pumping against it as well. Damn. Okay. Well, let's see how severe it is. We're at 151. We are pumping against it. It's just at 152 actually. Our valves are set at 68. Yeah, our valves are set at 68, so 152, 152. And we're still pumping the 18,000 gallons, which is fine. This is our diesel day head tank. You can't see that here. I don't know what I'm showing you that. That's just... 153, so we're very much still building up the pressure. Not as if we're not. And we are flowing through the 17,000. Yep. We're getting through it. I do just want to check gear 44. Good. I shouldn't need to load much into this because he's just done it. Yeah, just one. Yeah, that was nice. That's potentially saving a small fortune. Right, let's come down here and do the maintenance down here. We know there's some because we're in a couple of pots. Put this square away. And then we'll start working on yeah, that's 16,000. He's going to take care of everything, but it's still over a period of 3 days, I think. So we're going to lose a lot. I guess that's the fine balance, isn't it? Where because of the industrial is so hard, you know, the minimum is 100, you can go to 190. That when it's popped, it's got a leak of it of severity. But we're trying to cover off the contract. But we're a day ahead of that contract in theory. We're now like 14,000 to go, and it's going to take 30,000 off there tomorrow. So should we have pumped against perhaps municipal, we just restocked municipal. It's a fine balance. We are doing okay, I think. In fact, if we do a contract, I might even switch us down to 50 on intake. Next is a good age. Right off. So we just tighten it, and that's already going on the tightening points. I am curious to see what happens if I turn it down to 50. Right, let's do that. 11 lads, I'm looking on oil. I just want to get the 10,000 gallons out there. As soon as we get the 10,000 gallons out there, that's it. I'll just turn it down to 50. After that, we've done what we need to do in terms of the contract anyway. Special push. Right, engine lights, let's turn those on. Hey, look, we've still got the merit points. We're still not completing the contract. Done. Leaking on residential, and it's what happens when you keep them good? Yep, tell me about it. 160. We are looking at 7,500 gallons. I am going to go and turn down the reservoir limits. I'm going to turn them down to 50. I'm feeling comfortable and confident. I think 50 is a real nice place to be. In fact, I might even go to 48 and see 50 is some kind of threshold. So if we take it down to 48, does that then mean that we are legends and never pop a bolt? You know what I mean? If we go 48 and 48, let's go and tighten those bolts up downstairs, and then hopefully we don't pop a bolt. Pressure should be really good. while we're at it, double check, we are at 165 on a leap. And we're pumping against that. That's in 3. Yeah, 165. Just what's that for you? 165. Off. On. 166. So even at 48, we're still pumping, and that's against a severe leak. Oh, that is interesting. Oh. I'm thinking at this point, if we're at 48, we should barely pop a bolt here. The nice we're looking good, we should barely pop one of these. This should just be a question of maintenance. 167, yeah, we're very much still pumping it out. $340. I would also like to see actually what the difference made then between the 70 or the 100 and that. Because to me, I'm thinking valve open 100% or valve open 50% is letting obviously 50% more water through. But that might not be the case. In which case, that could just be a maths thing. At some point somewhere, there's going to be that happy medium, isn't there? Yeah, I think so. What are we back up to? 168. Yeah, 168. Perfect. That's the squash. That's all nice and tight. Let's give this a cheeky little pump. Squash. And then we should be good. 169. Yeah, and we're at 165. So we are very much still feeding that. I'm not saying they're going to fix that particularly quick. That's going to be the issue. We're pumping into a major leak that they're fighting against. Let's feed the boiler. This would help. Right, that's that done, that's that done. Is there anything else down here? No. I want to go and turn off, sir. And on, and on. That's what we're looking. 93 on water. Do you know what? I'm okay with that. Yeah, this is basically just a couple of shovels. Yeah, look at that. Damn, 3 shovels at a time. I'm all over that. Yep, I'm all over that. The only thing I want to check here is this thing. We are 34%. I'm okay with that. I'm going to let that run. Check the glasses. Yeah, we are okay. Have we pumped everything we need to pump? We have pumped everything we need to pump. So that's good. We also can't do anything else. As in, we can't swap over to... What time is it there? 3 o'clock. Yeah, see, we can't do anything else there, which is just where it is. Now, do we want to go and get some 12 hours rest? Yes. I think now's the time we go and... Ooh, though. I don't know how I feel about that, you know, because if we go rest now... You know what? Yeah, no, we go rest now. We got it. Close. Right, let's open up the jacket by 5. Because that worked last time, didn't it? I'm just mindful of the fact that that's only going to give us 3 hours of gatehouse time. That to me is a potential issue. So we're gonna run as fast as we can and get that 12 hours in. I want to get, basically I want to get off industrial. I know we're going to lose some stuff on industrial, which is fine. Yeah, 12 hours. Continue. Right, now we got to run and quick and get on to... See, where do I want to go here? That's interesting. Where do I want to line this up to? Definitely not industrial. I'm thinking municipal, if I'm honest. Yeah, I'm thinking municipal. Very quickly. Very much. 3:30. Yeah, we lost half an hour there. Right, let's get the jog off. First things first, we'll get the firebox topped off. No man, no. Right, let's do that so the firebox warms up faster. Once it's back up warm, we can close the dampener. Industrial reservoir's back online. Beautiful, loving my work. See there, we've only literally just changed over to the municipal, so I'm fine with that. Is that temperature box is coming up? I like it. This should still be hot up here, hopefully. Yes, sir. Let's close that off. That is good. That is good. Let's close that off. That was the dev that gave me that idea, by the way, that says leave the jacket open. I was like, ooh. Water is, excuse you, 99%. Let's turn that to 2. Between 2 and 4% is roughly the secret sauce then. Boiler is nearly up to temp, which means we should be building up pressure, which means we can close the dampener. Double check, 73420. And holding. 739, 740. Right, that's good. That's doing what it says on the tin. So while that's doing that then, we can get that top back up. Yeah, look at that. That used 2 shovelfuls there just to do that. That's a lot. 108 on steam. Oh, come on now, another leak. We are on municipal though. I really do want to start pumping very quickly. Yeah. It is, yeah, see the 4:15 there. I am as soon as we're above. Okay. So 15 seconds, 20 seconds to get us back into the 150-ish. I think once you're in the 150, you should be okay. You won't necessarily... Come on. Oh, that's interesting. That's a 150, but that didn't say 150 on the gauge. Right, that should be okay. I'm going to fire this thing back up. There we go. I want to start pumping. In theory, we have now met our obligations for our contracts. We're done. In fact, we're up to £846 on contract. I want to, of course, get this back up to somewhere decent. So port 4. There we go. We are pumping. Downstairs should be better now because we have also released some bolts, so we should be okay on that. That's okay. Did we get any delivery? We did. We had a couple more sacks of coal, so that's at least another day. We could do with another bit of oil. Yeah, our coal stash is okay. Oil is our issue. We've got at least 2 days worth there. I think there's some in here as well. Yeah, there's at least 3 here, so we've got 5 days worth. Let's see if we can get a bargain on some oil somewhere. 86. No, that's not my, no, that's not my price. I ain't paying for that. Oh, did that not go through the hole? 15. Yes, sir. We're going to order max on that. Absolutely, show me everything you've got. We've got here. We're about to lose 32,000 now, and the deadline is another day. So we've got another day at least losing 32,000 off industrial. That is as it is. Municipal's at 91 and hopefully going up. Should be good. Residential, as soon as that gets to 55, we will turn off municipal, switch over to residential. And in fact, I might do, depending on, as soon as we get a shift warning light there, we will flip over to residential and pump residential for the evening. That should top that back up to something decent and fight against the leak. So we're going to get as much stuff into municipal as we can. Yes, we could very much go back out there and change the water and put that back to 70 and do all those kinds of good things. But I want to see what happens now if we pump it at 48. Oh, we're leaking on 3. Wow. Dang. You do me dirty like this. Oh. Industrial as well. That's an issue. And the reason why that's an issue is at 6 o'clock in the morning we're going to lose a lot. And I mean a lot. Bang. Yeah. 2 yellows as well. All 3 on leaking on day 4. And that's on a 50% push through as well. Wow. Let's push that. Well, hopefully that's good enough. Let's get some of these tightened in. Maybe do some maintenance down it while we're down here. Yeah, I can see some of these edges. What are we on? 94. So whichever comes first, the residential to 55 or the time. That's going to be our issue, isn't it? We'll be at 58 at the moment. I'll give you a cheeky little scoop. There we go. Yeah, okay. Let's go. This one. Oh yeah, we'll just do this one. Bilge pump. 57 now on the reservoir. You see, we can't allow that to go through the night without switching over. We will take such a hit for that. And at 96 on that, what's the time? Time is, yeah, that's nearly 5. So I think we're okay. On time. Time isn't necessarily going to be an issue at the moment, I don't think. Yeah, I don't think that's going to be a massive recording issue. That is good. That is a little bit too low for me, so I'll turn that back to 4, please. Thank you. Firebox is good, everything's okay there. 97, should be okay there. Okay, let's fill up the oil pans, please, because that's probably due at this point. You kind of get into a routine, don't you? You genuinely do get into a routine. 55 on residential. Oh, sorry, 56 on the residential. Industrial is not leaking anymore. That's useful, actually. That's really useful. believe it or not, it's industrial that's my problem. And the reason why the industrial is my problem is because that is where the additional 35,000 litres is going to go from, or gallons, are going to go from. Yeah. So we need to keep a bit of an eye on that. This was at 98 though. If we can get that to 100 before we've got to switch over to residential, I think it might be a good spot. 23%. Might top that up in the start. Let's have a look. That's doing okay. We're doing okay on where we need to be. Just about center boss. 99. Come on, get me to the 3 digits. Hit me with those 3 digits. Residential's now dropped to 55. Is quarter 4. So I'm tempted to let it run. Just let it run. Oil. I want cheap oil. 86 ain't cheap oil. You mean game. Game safe, thank you. Oh wow, we're still not getting 100 though. Come on, municipal. There we go. Wow, that took a sweet minute to pump its way through, didn't it? No leak on the residential. Brutal. That. That is nice. That is very nice. Because now it just means that what's being used is what's being used. And we can pump residential through the night. I'm okay with pumping residential through the night now. Yeah, good, nice. Yeah, that is a difference. Oh, only one. That is nice. 84. No, it's going back to 6. Actually, what are you on for? What are you on the for? Yeah, it's okay. It's not going to drop below 5% anytime soon. We are pumping against the leak as well. We are up to 101. Residential is down to 54 though. We are going to need to make that step. Although, what time is that? Oh, that is very close to 6 o'clock actually. No, we're getting close to that shift change now. Let's shift and E that, please. Now we make the change. We've got a leak on. Oh, we've got a massive leak on industrial again. That sucks. Nothing we can do about that. Nope. Gatehouse, please. Residential. That change is going to be our nighttime change. We pump against that through the night. Pump against that through. Shift to Q. We need to close that before we can change the code. Right, there we go. Now we're changing. Water output position changes slowly. Oh, it's got to go all the way to the end as well. Hopefully that completes before the time and they don't just do one at 6 o'clock. Just like 6 o'clock. See you later, fellas. You get nothing. That would suck. At least we're pumping against one that's not leaking, but it does need to be above 50. I want to get that underway. Perfect. Yoink. We are now on residential. I like it. Let's get it up and running and start getting some water going into there at least. That's going to be good. We are going to suffer with industrial tomorrow. We are going to need to pump that. That's going to go right over. That's definitely going to go red. Let's put this the way it is. Right, 44, pumping on residential. Let's get that back up to 75. Somewhere in that area would be lovely. Like I said, it is, yeah, look at that, it's just at 6 o'clock, so the gatehouse will probably be finishing random busy tone. I'm supposed to have another shift change over there, wherever it is. Triggers an end of day shift 6 PM, end of night 6 AM each day. Formal notifications for employees to head home requires power to function. So it would be nice is if you could, down there, have the gatehouse. Do you know what I mean? That you're calling. Have the gatehouse down there, and in an emergency, you could take a key or whatever and head down there and change the valve yourself. Options, baby, options. How are we looking over there? 83. Do you know what? I'm going to open that back to 6 because I want to make sure that we are getting enough in the residential is now back to 56. I feel comfortable and more confident with that, that's for sure. And she is running. Oh, do we need to do... Well, let's get some lights on. We definitely get some lights on now. Using more silver plate. What are we looking to do? Oh. Fire up, please. Good to start. Good start. Nope. Good start. I guess that red light is the shift change then? Yeah, is it? What does that mean? Is it the shift change? Because that looks like to me like it's gone now. Yeah, have a try again, you see. So what is that red light there? What is that? See, it's just gone off there. I don't know what that means. Let's turn all those light switches off, but only at the basement one. But at least then I know when something fires up. That would be lovely. Yeah, I'm going to need to do that. So I can see here in the top right of my screen. This curtain's now blown open. Come on. What do I need to... Let's have it at 51. It's a fuel. Oh, it's a fuel starvation thing. Come on. Wow, this needs to put. Why are you not starting? No. Add oil. E requires holding bearing oil. Oh no. Oh, row raggy. Oh, how can you just put it? Oh dear. You know what? Let's go on. Uh-oh. I don't see that. No, that's on me. I seized the old girl. Oh no. Dang it. Yeah, look as well. Oh no. you doing, Tuck? Good to see you. Hope you're well, hope you're well. I have a sneaky feeling with this, because this is bearing oil. This isn't going to be... Oh, no. I don't think this is the one. Oh, it is adding the oil. Oh, it is the oil. Okay, we might be back in business then. Don't forget to add the oil to prevent seizure, or after seizure. Please add relevant oil, and will, of course, magically not fix the seizure. Oh, I mean, it says there as well, hint. Couldn't make it any more Captain Obvious if you tried, could you? Dang it. Right, let me just shovel some coal into this thing. Oh, I just don't do. My bad, look at that, that is, yep, that dampens down there makes a massive difference. Turn that down to 4. Look at that, yeah, we're doing minimal maintenance on this, and she is literally thumping away nicely. Reservoir's back up to 64, and it's probably gone up 10 psi, but I ain't even trying to start generating, which I may or may not have seized due to the lack of self-maintenance. Whoopsie daisy. Here we go. She's alive! Right. Any more oil points I should be aware of? Because clearly, me don't goof. Me don't wolf. Yep. Oh, it's tight, it's tight, it's tight. Wow! She's back! Had a good week, Tuck. What have you been up to? There we go. Come on. Yeah, so you're not popping bolts anywhere near as much on the 48. I'm not saying we're moving the sheer volumes of water either, but at the same time, yeah, we are making, I think we're doing good progress. Oh, that one's starting to win one feet. And a bosh. Okay. Oil. Who the fuck? Hang on, you can put oil in the top of it. Right. Coolant? No. Imagine if you had to put coolant in it. Right back. Don't give the dev ideas, Matt. Don't give the dev ideas, Matt. Right, let's pump that while I'm making chat. Alright, alright, week 4 days of work, 6 days next week. These were great. Ooh, that's great. That's fantastic. Heck yeah. Heck yeah. Happy. Right. Give this a cheeky pump. Actually, let's give it a couple of pumps. Why not? And that is going to get right on my nerves. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to be ingenious, and we're going to put that there, and see if that works, because that's going to get right on my whip. DJI, thank you for being the curtain holder. I like it. Approved. heavy fallout of the drones of industry and audio and other things. Curtain holder. Yeah, not bad. Right, that's fine. We are burning through far less coal than that. Oh, yeah, 3 scoops. 3 scoops of that. Right, general maintenance time. Let's do it. She's just running and ticking herself over. Oh, no. What now? That municipal reservoir is back online, no more leaks. From the municipal, I can approve of that. That's still 100 though. My concern really is the industrial. Let me just turn off downstairs and turn on the lights here. Beautiful, beautiful. Right, let's do some general maintenance. Yeah, that's my concern, and the reason why is because we're going to lose so much out of the contract that's going to be an issue. And what I mean by that is, I'll show you what I mean by that. So the industrial sitting at 133 in the top right. DJI, you failed. You failed as a curtain holder. Stick to drones and whatever else that we do. Shameful. Shameful side hustle. Mission failed. Let me just close the window a tad. When all else fails, curtain back to the drop insane. How's your glutinous? It is way better than it was. God, it's way better than it was. Right, contract view. So what happens here is the industrial here, you can see at 133 psi. Problem is we have addendum 2 daily gallon drains AM. Problem with that is that's going to drain 32,154 from here. So we've already pumped in the 96,000, so we've met the objective, but it's over a period of 3 days. So what's going to happen is that in the morning, it's at 32,000, it's just going to disappear out of here, which could put some risks. But it is as it is. Nothing we can do about that. That contract is, yeah. We've fulfilled it, as in put the liquid in, but then it's had some massive leaks. As you can see, it's still leaking, and it's got to the point where when they take out their daily limit, or if they take out that limit for the contract, that might drop us below that reach to do. Let's get some daily maintenance done on this old girl. It is 2.2. Oh, whoa. Run. Got it. Uh-oh. Run. 1.9. This will tell you. If this goes back up to 96, we're on fire. Yep, that's what you got to do. That's the way to do it. And one tub is a fill up. One tub is a top up, or it's not even a top up, it's a refill. But don't do that. That was more by luck and judgment. Good to hear, Sudan. No, so it was literally. I went there on. So I went to my daughter's on the Saturday night. Went out some food, all that kind of good stuff, and they went to bed and stuff. I was in spare room, and the bed was so soft, no support, none. And it was I was so tired, and even when I was lying down, I could feel kind of it not being particularly nice on my back. And then I fell asleep, so I basically went to sleep not in a great position. And when I woke up, yeah, when I woke up, that was uncomfortable is an understatement. I'll give it that. And yeah, it's just the way it goes. We are at, what are we at now? We are pumping along nicely. Everything is hunky-dory from there. That is good. Let's check our water levels. Water levels are 94. Pressure is good. And firebox temperature is good. The reservoir is up to nearly 80 on that as well. That was fantastic. We are topping it up nicely. And it is... what's that? Nearly 9 o'clock. Actually, if we go to sleep now, if we went to sleep, that would be 9 o'clock tomorrow morning, wouldn't it? Yeah, let's do that, even though it's a bit tired. We have done everything we need to do, so let's just open the jacket by 5%. Let's come around here and open this jacket by 5%. And all that's going to do is it's going to allow a little bit of steam to flow through overnight, while we obviously get 12 hours rest. And then, yeah, I'm going to leave it running on the reservoir though. Usable like that. Yeah, that entire week talk was horrendous. 12 hours. Beautiful. And industrials at 132. That didn't drop though, did it? Okay. That is still spinning though, so I don't know how I feel about that. Let's close that off. What is the firebox? The firebox temp is nearly done, so I'm going to open this and drop the pressure, but I'm going to clean the back. Your holiday plans always suck. You're not the first person to say that. You won't be the last. It is, it's a standard. Right, let's close that off. Let's do some maintenance on the machine. She is nearly cool. Beautiful. See, there you go. Look, industrial has literally just dropped to 100. As, oh, can you believe it? As I've shut the boiler down. That sucks. Condition is carbon visible. Right, ledger is updated, that is clean, and we are good to go. Let's drop that down. Let's get this thing back up and running as fast as we can, because we need to start pumping to industrial. Actually, while we're doing that, what we can do is get the valve switched over. So let's come in here and make a phone call to the gatehouse. Busy tone. Get off the phone, man. Thank you. Oh, actually, it's leaking as well. Look, industrial, please. Right, let's get that done. Oil. I could definitely do with some oil. Please be a good price. Please be a good price. 70. Do you know what? I'm going to take 2. That's fine. We're going to take 2 on that. Chipmunks are too busy gossiping. Yep. Let's get that, please. Shovel a bucket load of coal into this bad boy. Like so. Nice review. Get her topped up nicely. Right, she's topped up nicely. Close that. Firebox is no good. Let's open up the dampener on that. Let's get some air in here. There we go. She's looking beautiful. While that's happening, we can come back up here. Hopefully these are still hot. They are, which means we can close the jacket, which is why we left it open at 5%. Just so it keeps the steam coming through the jacket, and the jacket is lovely and warm. Let's get those closed. Now we just basically need to rebuild the pressure back up in the old girl and then fire it back up. That doesn't happen until the firebox builds back up, of course. There we go. We're now starting to get pressure. Yeah, we need more. Let's turn that down to 2 temporarily. Perfecto. As soon as the firebox is back up, we'll stick the dampener back on to where it's pretty good. Back in the green, I like it. We can turn the dampener down now. It's down to about there, I think. 719, 720. Yeah, there you go. So you can see that's going up nicely. Why that's going up that should start to flow up as well. I'm okay with that. We'll go downstairs and just do some general maintenance on the bolts down here while we're at it. Makes good sense to do that. That leak is at 99. Nothing we can do about that at the moment. Let's just get some maintenance done on this thing. Why it's not running might be beneficial, hopefully. Let's go for the manly grunt. When the bolts are done, perfect, perfect. We are on day 5. Like it so. Right, done, done, done. Right, everything's done and dusted there. I'm okay with that. This thing, let's give it a cheeky pump. Not that I see any liquid in the bilge or much at all, so I'm not really fussy. We'll just give that a bit of a pump. This one's the best. This one's the bigger one. This is the one you need to keep going. Oh, there's a leak on municipal. Come on now. Oh, happy days. One upstairs. How are we looking on? Pressure's still building. That's fine. Oh, I'm coming. Stand by. Gotcha. I got to inform you there's a leak on municipal. We know. We know. We're down to 98 on industrial. We're going to take a reputational hit if we don't get this thing pumping very quickly. What are we up to? 125. That should start to fly up in its own right in a minute. It doesn't. There seems to be a place where it just then goes boom, starts to fly up. I don't necessarily want to pump it much more. 134, 35, 36. Yes, that's going to be another, what, 20 seconds. I'm okay with 20 seconds. Why that's doing that, actually, that 20 seconds, we can come over here, we can grab a shovel. Bearing in mind, it has just brought itself back up the pressure, so it is going to be consuming coal. There we go, perfect, perfect. Once we get to above 155, we will then just go and fire it off. There she is, 155. Everything else after that, just give it a slow walk. You don't need to get there quick. There we go. She's up, she's running. My only concern here is I don't know whether we're going to be generating enough to go against that. Let's. 44, beautiful, beautiful. Let's go and check everything else out, make sure that we are okay. Oh, just do the topple. Oh, industrial leak has stopped then. That is promising. Which means we're now not pumping against it, we are filling it. All fixed. That's lovely jubbly, thank you very much. It's still low though, it's still absolutely not where we need it to be. It's still low. 50, 75, 100 is the minimum numbers required for them. Let's throw that in there. So 100 will be good, and then we can start topping it back up where it needs to be. Whole bunker is full. Perfect. Loving my work. This is 92. Let's turn that up to 4, so I'm okay with that. That is okay. Industry's at 99 now. Well, let's go and check, see if we have any contracts or we don't have any contracts. Yes, the contract's gone from there. This is now completed, so we're not going to lose any more liquid, fluid, water, or gallons from industrial. So what we now pump into industrial is what we're pumping into industrial, and we should get a reward of $339 tomorrow. Happy days. Let's have a quick check on oil. Oil's going to be our problem at the moment. 70. I think we did order 2 though, didn't we? Did we get 2 at 70? I think we might have. Industrial's at 100 now. Come on. Go white. There it is. And we never lost a point. This is the boiler supply water tank. I just want to come up here and open this. There we go, we've got liquid coming out of that. Beautiful, so we know our supply water tank is up there, and we are come down here and check our valves. I think we are below, I think we're about 48 on the valves. We are, so we will be 48 on both. Don't have to check them. I'm up to 101 on that. That is chef's kiss. I like it. Let's close the door there. I don't even plan on going out there much now. The bone dry underneath there. Everything is good. Just fantastic. How are we looking on our refills? Let's do that, and then we'll call it a day there. And go to save, and then uploading onto tubes while I head to Sergio. You know, rock and roll. More importantly, and if I'm honest, is the youngest wants to get on here and do it. In a nutshell. So who am I to stand in the way of progress and the future? Someone that's got to hate my music. You know the score. Did you check the nuclear power plant Sim first mentioned the other day? So I have very, very much been interested in playing that game as well. It is very good. I'm not sure whether it's a multiplayer or it's a co-op or solo. But yeah, I have kind of liked the idea of it, because you do the reactor, don't you, and you do everything else, and each twist of one dial affects potentially the twisting of said other dial. It is a tweaker's dream, isn't it? Very much so. Let me come down here and make sure this is off. It isn't. So let's close that, turn it off. And let's come down here. Okay, let's re-oil that. So that's on us. We're leaving that running, aren't we? We are leaving that running. And yeah, we need to turn that off. We'll be better at turning that off. So, industrial's at 103. You, sir, or top up? Yeah. Because that's going to be burning through our diesel, isn't it? At a rate of knots. I don't even know how much diesel we have. Let's have a quick look at that. Fuel level is 92.18. Say there, heat. Automatically replenish from storage tank outside when level falls below 80%. Yeah, that's fine, but how much is in the storage tank outside? Do I have to top up said storage tank outside? Don't. While I'm running them as well. That's the leak. That's just going to be the leak clear. Perfect. Like it. Approved. All looking good. Let's top up the fire while we're here. I'm going to go outside, that is. And there as well. Beautiful. Looking good, looking good. And 92. Okay, I like it. Why not doing that then? Is there a way? I know the diesel tank's out of here. Is there a way for me? Because that's a diesel tank. Is there? How do I top this thing up? Unless I buy it. To be fair, that'd be nasty. There's a valve here, so that sounds filthy. Oh yeah, that goes up there. That is a risky pipe to supply a diesel. Damn. You like that? That is one risky pipe. Ooh, you talk about ocean. There you go, look. Diesel bulk storage tank, fuel level 34%, 50,000 litres total. Do I buy that bad boy? Don't overwork yourself. I haven't been to the gym like I said for a couple of weeks, so yeah, that could be interesting. Fuels. New fuel, isn't it? Let's have a let's come on over here. Bosch. Oil refinery. Would that provide me with my fuel? Diesel fuel. Not available in the demo. Dang it. Oil. Reach very what? Oh, okay. And coal supply. I mean, we did buy a bucket of bags, so I don't know if we're going to give us any more. Yeah, 34. Residential's leaking now. You. We've got one oil there. Didn't we order someone? Oil delivery is due. Okay. I'm sure we ordered some. We're going to need to order some more. We've got. Actually, we've got 3 days worth there, haven't we? Okay, 3, 5. What does that take? So it takes us to 10. We need at least 4 more. Dang it. We're going to be, yeah, we're going to need at least 4 more. How are we looking over here? 80%. Oh, that's okay. Yeah, this is okay there. Okay, well, I'm fine with that. Right, let's top this up and then I can throw a save in and then we should be good. Gosh, okay. She's loaded, she's done. We are in need of another contract, really, aren't we? We're definitely in need of another contract. Yeah. Only a contract machine shop. Call machine shop to request critical repairs to damaged components. Oh, that would probably be me, like, yeah. Locking up everything. What time is it here? It is 11 o'clock. So we're doing okay. 11 o'clock. Energy is average. Industrial is going up. Food's particularly slowly, in all honesty. Yeah, I think we'll just leave it at 48. So as long as we're just not doing a contract, I think the way to do it is leave it at 48% on day to day. If you're then fulfilling a contract, whack it up to the 70 or the 68. I think that's generally the way to possibly do it. Yeah. See, there goes a bolt. Right, let's call it there. Right, boys and girls, I am going to end the stream there. Thank you guys so much for joining me on your Saturday morning / early morning. And yeah, I'll continue this possibly tonight, possibly tomorrow, who knows. We are on day 5 and we are looking good, looking comfortable. And yeah, it would be nice if I can get through the 14 days of the demo. That would be really sweet. But I look forward to seeing you in the next one, girls. Until then, stay safe, stay healthy. I look forward to seeing you all in the next one. Adios, muchachos.